song, can't stop, won't stop from the Brooklyn block. B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N, 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 B-R-O-O-K, we well. Okay, we well. Okay, we well. Okay, we well. B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N.
Head hit. Cam Thomas.
Just give me the ball, I'm fitting the score next. My J is all net, me and Jada just all next. Getting back on defense, hit him with strong flex. I'm official like a ref, trying not to get attacked. And we go hard on Brooklyn, that's a promise. Watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Miss you, watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Switch, they can't guard me, especially side the Barclays. Spin between crosses, I can score with both hands. Midi flawless, and I get to paint like an artist. I'm a boss smith, so you should respect my handle. I see the big picture with the nets like a mantle. In the future, I see us as champs too. And when we do, I'ma do a Brooklyn dance move. To stir that or Millie rock like a fan do. And that's a bet like my parlay on FanDuel.
B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N, B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N, B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N.
There's Clarkson. Oh my goodness.
Okay, we well. Okay, we well. Okay, we well. B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N.
You got a choice every day what that looks like for you. Being steadfast, keeping your nerves, don't lose your shit with this group. Being tougher as a group.
Oh, what a move by Sharp. Counted a foul.
Yo, it's Big Fan Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets vlog. Oh, man, what could I say about the Brooklyn Nets, man? You know, I'm supposed to be optimistic about the players on this team. Supposed to be optimistic about the outlook. And, I mean, to the extent, I got to keep my integrity as a vlogger, man. I can't front. Hold on. Fine. Barry, man, I ain't trying to hear that shit, man. Came over here talking all of that. Oh, yeah, y'all should thank me. I told y'all Bridges was the good trade. Bruh, come on, man. London Bridges? Come on, man. What kind of Bridges is we talking about, man? Oh, man. Joey BK still got love for the Brooklyn Nets. He said, I can't wait till this effing season is over. Then you bury sports highlights. He said, yo, shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Barry with another one. He goes, I know he said, I know he was gonna be that trash. I guess he meant I didn't know. Bro, that shit is tough to watch. Cam Thomas, man, he got it rough, man. He seemed like the only one that could put the ball in the basket when it counts. Him, Lonnie Walker. But let's get to the stats, Let's get to the stats. See what the stats say. So it don't be biased, nobody's accused of glazing, and nobody's glazing around here or anything like that. That being said, let's check it out, right? Now, y'all know me. I'm a big Cam Thomas fan. So we just going to start with my guy, Cam Thomas. And I could tell y'all what I seen. I seen the first half for the most part, and I seen that it was close in that first half. Going into the half, it was close. And I had some, faith. I had some confidence in that halftime. Third quarter, you know what I'm saying? I was moving around, so when I came back, I see we was down by 10. I kind of felt like it was over. You know what I mean? I felt like, yo, it's hard for us to get once we get down, it's hard for us to get back in the game, tie the game, and take the lead. And part of that is because of effort. Now, I heard Cam Thomas say earlier in the shoot around, look, it's about effort. We can't be saying every game and the post game, we can't talk about effort. We just gotta do it. And for him to have that mindset is wonderful. You know what I'm saying? It's wonderful. Um, but give me 1 minute, y'all. Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. Yo, can y'all hear me? Yo, throw some ones in the chat if y'all can hear me. Throw some ones in the chat if y'all can hear me. Shout out to Anthony Chabot. He said he got a new page. Shout out to you, bro. And your new page. I see you just you reached 1,000 on the other page. Why'd you switch the page if you grow on the page? All right, Barry, I can hear me. That's what's up. That's what's up. Where man, let me get the stats back on the screen. Give me a minute. Yo. Yeah, all right, I'm back. I'm back. Just give me a second. Yeah, I'm gonna put the stats back on the screen in just a minute. But yeah, man, this shit is terrible, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, like I want to be entertained at least, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't having fun watching these games. And the more I critique this, it sounds like a personal strike. I don't want fans to have personal strikes at, teammates. But my thing is, let's keep it real with these players in case they really hear us. You know what I'm saying? What you want them to pull up and be like, "Oh wow, he had a great game," or "He's having a good season," or "Nah." You got some Nets fans on Twitter asking valid questions like, "Yo, should Mikal Bridges stay with the Nets? Does he like it here, or should he get traded? Because he has a very tradable contract, very, you know what I'm saying, attractive contract for a lot of teams. A lot of teams would definitely want Mikal Bridges on the team for sure. But being the number one guy for Mikal, I just don't think that's his game. You know what I mean? I don't, and far as the sets that we run and the offices that we run, I don't see how it's benefiting him. You know what I'm saying? He came here, him and Cam Johnson, they were supposed to beat up like a duo. Like I was saying, I thought they was gonna be a top duo in the league. I said top 10. Do you believe that shit? Do you believe that I said that they could be a top 10 duo? Y'all probably think I was capping right now. Like, nah, ain't no way, Breezy. I said that. Yo, in the beginning of the season, this is why when y'all hear me saying this and that about Mikal, y'all can't be mad at me, man, because I was the one defending Mikal. And everybody was saying, like, yo, Mikal is ass. See, Harlem in the comments saying CJ is ass, Mikal is ass. Like, why? How I'm supposed to argue with this dude, man? How I'm supposed to defend him and say what? What am I supposed to say to him? What? Harlem keeping it real. I can't pretend he keeping it real. Harlem said CT the best thing Next got Trade Nets cook food, bro. Man, this shit is crazy, bro. This shit is crazy. All of these plays that I see, and I just see a lack of consistent effort. You know what I'm saying? It looked discombobulated, and what I'm realizing is when Mikal Bridges and can't get in his offensive flow, regardless of how good or bad he shoot, we keep him instrumental inside of the offense. I don't never see Mikal Bridges play with his back to the basket, bro. Never, not once. Like I don't never see him on the post. Like, yo, give me the ball. You know what I mean? Give me the ball. Give me the ball. I'm fitting to score next. Do he hold Big Fan Breezy down? Shit. Hey, let me asking, like, do we be holding the fans be holding the Nets players down, yo? Y'all got a lot of support from us, man. I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. Yo, Nets players, Cam Thomas especially, but you deserve it, my guy. There's a lot of fans that want you to have this team and build around you. I think that's the general consensus of the Nets fans. We feel like, yo, this season is over. This season ain't paprika. It ain't oregano. It ain't none of that shit. It's over. You know what I mean? This ain't nah, man. This ain't no. This ain't paprika. This ain't motherfucking onion and garlic. This is a season that's over. This shit is bad. Oh my goodness. I never thought we would be this bad. I'm gonna keep it real. Let me just have a disclaimer and say this right now. I thought once we got Katie and Kyrie, even if they left, eventually they was gonna leave. I thought it was up for us after that. And we would never be this bad again. We would never be this bad again. You know what I'm saying? Never. God, hold on, hold on. Anthony Chabot said we need to get Bullshauser. You think this is a coaching issue? I think it's more personnel than coaching at this point because it was coaching with Jock Vaughn, and I think there is a difference between Jock Vaughn and Kevin Ollie. I really don't see them as the same coach. I think I would say Kevin Ollie is a better coach. He seemed like he definitely got the locker room more. As far as the X's and O's, yeah, I still see them trying to create offense without Cam Thomas. But the good I seen from it was the DFS. But you can't get but so much from DFS. You know what I'm saying? You know, he, in my opinion, from what I seen in the first half, he had one of the better games I seen him have. He was at 26 minutes, 5 for 5 from the field, 2 for 2 behind the 3-point line, 4 boards. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna need my power forward to have more than 4 rebounds. But he had 12 points. He played some solid defense. But shit, man. Siakam is a tough act. That's a group effort type of situation. You know what I mean? Schroeder could have shot better. But Bridges being 1 for 8, this shit is blaring, bro. Like, you cannot ignore that this guy was 1 for 8. You can't go around him being 1 for 8. How could you? How could you? You know? I won't say she not a fan of Mikal Bridges, but I think it's funny. Like Mikhail because he handsome. I want she just basically just saying, he's still cute. Like, yeah, he could play and he having bad games. There, there you go. My fault. I just think bug it out. Uh, Though Gabe said he said he can't. You see how Nimhard and Neesmith was biting his ass all game. Scam like he said Kevin Ollie didn't talk about CT. Okay, so what you mean by that? I'm about to just throw the link in the chat. SL say, yo, Breezy, what was you saying about Ali? I was saying that he a better coach than Jack Vaughn, and he got the locker room. He got the locker room. I would say that he got the locker room. You know what I mean? But this shit is terrible, man. Like absolutely terrible. Yo, listen. If anybody want to come up here and say anything positive, shit sounded like a death, right? Like God damn it. Sound like we had to. Come on, man. This shit ridiculous. The season died. That's what it sounded like. But I don't think the season is dead. But it is shit on. I don't want to play like that. This looking bad though. This shit looking bad. Somebody help me say something positive about the Nets because I don't know which way to go. Imagine somebody driving with all of the different directions to go. It's a bad, worse, terrible, and a little bit of optimism. I guess that a little bit of optimism is the last chance we can make it to the play. They asked Kim, I'm telling you, Kim Thomas was like, yo, we got to do it now. We got like 16 games. We've played 66 games. Ain't about saying what we going to do. We got to do it. He the youngest stud on he the youngest important player on our team, and he talking like that. Like he still got some fire. You know what I'm saying? Like he still got some resilience, some perseverance. These dudes acting like they don't give a flying cow. Like, yo, you know what? Trendon Watford was flying a fucking, what was it? A drone in practice? Jay Gowder, you made a fucking trending. It's trending. Man, Jay better not pull up talking that shit tonight. Trending is trending. He out here playing with drones before practice. They don't care if they make it. I'm about to, what's that shit? I'm done with the 90s. That's how I feel about the Nets right now. I'm done with the Nets. Big trash. Don't let me get that sound bite. Don't let me get that sound bite. That shit gonna be crazy in here. Oh man. Um, Adar SL said, no to Bud, just bring Kenny and Trojan Langdon. Who the hell is Trojan Langdon? I heard of him, but I don't know exactly who you talking about. Scam Likely said Bridges look mentally checked out. Thank you. He do, right? He looked like he not even, you know what I'm saying? Tapped in. Like, what's going on with the ball? Yo, no, seriously, man. He looking like I don't give a fuck. I'ma get paid. My mama still love me. Bruh, do y'all care about making the Brooklyn Nets look good to win games? Or y'all just what are y'all doing? I don't understand, man. They come here and it's like just they doing their job. It's like their job is to play basketball, not to win games. Not to win games. Their job isn't to win games. It's just to play basketball, not actually win the game. 1 for 8? No. You got some explaining to do. No, I can't let it. No, I can't let that shit slide. No. I'm about to yo. I'm being nice. If y'all know a net player, then know a net player. Tell them this is the tough part when the fans come on the panel. I'm keeping it PG. What? You got some explaining to do. 1 for 8, huh? And then Wally was in the on Twitter talking about he finally hit 1 3. That was his only one basket. What? What is happening right now? What are we doing? What are we watching? This shit. Yo, Paul, I promise you I'm not leaving. It's just I don't know, man. I think StreamYard trying to give me the basketball guards probably trying to give me a mental health check. You know what I'm saying? Every time they knock me off the stream, like, yo, listen, Breeze, you recapped every game so far this season. Check on yourself. Make sure you're good. You know? Shout to Jack City. He said a Knick fan just into the chat. What up, Jack City? He said, "Oh, he I think he trolling. I can't lie to you." Adar SL said he also who scouted Kenny Atkinson. Oh, word? Okay. Oh man. Oh man. He says Saturday I'll be in the building. What building? You gonna be in what building? What building you finna to be in? What building is that exactly? Oh yeah, nah, we ain't do KBN today because of me, man. I was under the weather for like a week, and I didn't really feel like being on camera. I don't even know if I'm gonna sit through an hour with this. And I know me and T Tom usually do like an hour, and I just wasn't in the mood. I was moving around and shit, but yeah, we should be back on Monday. Monday we should be good. Yo, Adar, if he Adar SL, if he had anything to do with scouting Kenny Atkinson, yeah, we need him. We need him. Definitely need him. Definitely need him. You know what I'm saying? We need somebody that's gonna get pieces that fit. You know what I mean? Not just be getting pieces just because it fit the checkbook. You understand what I'm saying? Like they fit in. Okay, this fit the checkbook. Okay, I won't lose money regardless if we win or lose. Like what's happening? You know what I'm saying? Like as a fan, I don't feel like these players. How could I put this? Because I'm frustrated and I don't want to say the wrong thing, but this shit is preposterous. Preposterous is a good word. Preposterous. This shit is preposterous, man. This shit is preposterous. Yo, 1 for 8, supposed to be our main player, dog. Like I'm not even fitting to look at Mikal Bridges by himself because, like I said, I was looking at them as a duo. So I'm gonna show you the statistics together of Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges, and basically, you know, they should be looked at as a duo. They're not players that self create. You know what I'm saying, for the most part, and they came together. So will they leave together? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But Cam Johnson, he came off the bench today, 4 for 11. Come on, man. So together they were 5 for 19 from the field, 4 for 11 behind a 3-point line. Come on, what are y'all giving us the roof, bro? Oh my goodness, man. This shit is ridiculous. This shit is ridiculous, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like why like I'm going hard for the Brooklyn Nets, man. Like literally recapping every game. Every time I pull up, me and Jay got a fire song. Yo, are they listening to this song yet? Could this song save the season? Man, this song would. If this song saved the season, bro, they need to just pay me and Jay to fucking rap this every game or something. If this song could save the season, or what could save this season, I wonder what the post game interviews say, man. Cause this shit is crazy. DSJ 2 for 4. I seen him take that 3-pointer too. I said, "Oh no!" Lonnie Walker 1 for 4. Why? Why? Yo, I don't like Cam Johnson taking more shots than Lonnie Walker. I don't like Cam Johnson getting more minutes than Lonnie Walker. I want to see. I think Day'Ron Sharp's still on limited minutes. He haven't played big minutes since he came back from his injury, and maybe that's a good thing. Trendon Watford 3 for 6, 19 minutes, 6 for 7 from the free throw line. I do like the pressure he was putting on the rim. I thought he had an okay game. I think Clowney should just get Pharrell minutes. Him and Wilson. Excuse me. Why not? If you're gonna limit Sharp and Lonnie Walker minutes, give those same minutes that you're limiting to Lonnie Walker and Sharp. Give it to Clowney and Jalen Wilson, man. Give it to Clowney and Jalen Wilson. Because yeah, he played the whole roster, but that's garbage time. It looked like. Really, he would look like he ran a strong 1, 2, 7, 8, 9. I like his rotation. You know what I'm saying? I for what it's worth, I do like his rotation. Schroeder was off, but Schroeder got to take 13 shots to apply pressure on the rim. And he was going versus Halliburton, which is a tough act. Halliburton was 6 for 18. I thought we did well with him on defense with Halliburton, especially in the first half. What I realized too, they push the pace. Their defense is not that good, the paces, but they really push the pace. And they really tough to guard if you know what I'm saying, get tired. All you gotta do is get tired and they gonna show up and they gonna put it down. You know what I mean? LM, he said Cam the only one who showed up. Damn. J1 said, bro, the season is over. Just hope next year will be better. Man, I'm about to oblige to that, man, because this shit looking. I don't want to say the season is over. It says absolutely over. Like, but it damn sure is close to being over. I think I'm just hanging on by a string or some shit. Adar SL says Sandin let Lonnie walk because they say he was too brittle. Word? LA let him go too, but main reason was AR-15. Can't count on Lonnie's availability. Mm, that's so true. This might be a fair assessment. That might be a fair assessment. I can't even front. You know what I'm saying? Lonnie Walker, I like him, but it take a lot for you to be an NBA player and be disciplined enough to condition your body to actually play a professional sport at a fast, like this is a fast paced game. You know what I'm saying? Like for you to be conditioned enough to be healthy enough to play this game. So I credit Mikal Bridges that. You know what I mean? But then he be looking like he tired out there. Like as a Nets fan, I don't think that his record, his streak mean that much to me. You know, I was big on his streak when he got here. Like, yo, we got somebody reliable, Katie and Kyrie. They were good when they were available, but they weren't always available. And, now that we got somebody like Mikal Bridges, who's always available, we should be able to, you know what I'm saying, see what's going on as far as consistency and having a core and players knowing what their roles are, because we're going to have a consistent starting lineup because of Mikal Bridges, right? So basically, I was being optimistic. But based on what I seen him being here, he's not helping us win because he's in the game. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know. I said a lot. I see LM. I see Wally in the chat. I'm gonna let them come. You know what I'm saying, say what they need to say. Because right now I'm done. You know what I mean? Maybe they could give me some well needed hope, optimism, or something. But right now I'm just singing. I'm just singing. Struggle songs. You know what I'm saying? Word. Shit is ridiculous right now. Like we gotta be able to do better than this, man. Cam Thomas deserve better than this. Y'all let Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson come here and run the offense over Cam Thomas, and this is where it got us. We made a come on, man. We could have did better than this. We could have did better than this. I wish we would have got Pascal Siakam. Word. Oh shit, Harlem in the building. He finna go off. Harlem, what up, boy?
What's good, bro? What's
Oh
shaking?
man, I'm not even finna hold you back, bro. Go ahead, man.
Um, you already know how I feel about Mikel and Cam. Um, Trendon Walford, he need to get more minutes. Every time he get out there like what he do, he definitely should play more. Uh, Dayron, he need to play more. Those two definitely like they need to play more. Lonnie need to play more. So them three need to play
So
more.
you agree that this season over, right?
No, I don't. Nets is gonna
Oh,
make
you
the play-in.
okay?
Fuck what the haters say. They gonna
Okay, you think
I've
we
been
still?
saying this.
All
They
right.
gonna make the play-in
Wow, that's what's up.
because so here's the thing. Losing to Indiana was big, but most likely like they're gonna beat the Spurs because the Spurs is ass. So if they beat the Spurs, the Hawks gotta play the Clippers. They not beating the Clippers, and then they got like I think the Lakers and somebody else. So the next three games, definitely, I think the
Mm.
Hawks is gonna lose. And if the Nets win two or three of those, like the Nets is literally in 10th place. So, like you said, bro, like the season's not over until it's over. The Nets will make it to the play-in. You could bank it. Will they beat the Bulls is another story, but I
Okay.
think they can beat the Bulls. I actually think the Nets gonna make it to the playoffs, in my humble opinion. But
Wow.
yeah, yeah, man. But like I've been saying, man, like the Nets need to build around Cam Thomas. And at this point, people that think otherwise just don't know basketball because it's like, bro, nobody else on the team is doing anything. And you got Kevin Ollie at the post game talking about we not good enough to play ISO ball. I'm gonna let Wally take over after I
Oh my
pinpoint this,
goodness.
Yeah.
but
Hold on.
little
I
things.
didn't. Hold on. Yeah. I want to hear. Hold on. Finish your talking point, Harlem. And then we're gonna
So
go move around the panel. But I'm
so
surprised he said that. But
so
I'm really not. But go ahead,
what's
Harlem. Go ahead.
so what's so crazy is I just want to point this out, right? Kevin Ollie said something in the post game that sounded like hate to me. So I've been on record saying this. Every time Cam makes a mistake, they take him out the game. I'm big on you have to learn from your mistakes, right? He got right on the podium, and you can pull it up, Breeze. He said, I won't take Mikel out when he makes mistakes because he's only going to get better from them. And that's cool, but where's that same grace for a 22-year-old?
Facts.
That's my whole thing. So on that note, Wally, you could take over. So I just didn't like that. I thought that was some bum shit, but whatever.
Yeah. No, I missed the post game interview. Thanks for that. Shout out to Harlem.
All
No,
right.
not fact. What up,
What's up?
Wally? How you doing?
What's up, y'all?
What's
So,
good?
Breezy, you was talking kind of crazy in the beginning of the stream. I'm like, shit, why am I catching a stray?
Yeah. I was
Okay.
You're
relaxed.
talking crazy,
I
Breeze? Breeze was
Okay.
talking crazy?
Facts.
I'm on the edge. Don't push me
Yeah,
because
I
I'm
feel
close to the edge.
I
Okay,
feel
all
you,
right.
though. I
Okay,
ain't
so
mad.
let me say this. I was not proud of this game today, but let me keep it 100. Mikal Bridges is about to play his 500th game on Tuesday. This is
Straight.
the result. This is the result of his streak. Now, look, if you go back to FIBA, because I was talking to somebody yesterday and they made a very good point. You go back to FIBA, who were the top 4 players on that FIBA team? Mikal, Anthony
Ant
Edwards,
Edwards,
Austin
Austin Reeves.
Reeves, and Tyrese Halliburton.
Mm-hmm.
Mikal shone bright. He shined brighter than Tyrese and Austin Reeves.
Excuse me.
Right? The thing is,
Nah,
now,
hell no.
if you go down that list, what's the difference between Mikal and those other 3 people that were on the list? Actually, I'm not going to start with Austin Reeves. I'm going to get to him in a second. Tyrese Halliburton, he got rest because he was hurt. Anthony Edwards, he got rest because he was hurt. Austin Reeves, the Lakers fans is calling him a bum right now because his game has regressed significantly. So the thing is, you guys cannot extend grace to Mikal because we all know that this streak that he's on is affecting his game because we know he showed us in FIBA the kind of player that he can be.
Can I ask you one question, please, Wally? Though?
Yes.
So,
Yes, go ahead.
all right.
I just want to say this to Wally real quick. Hold on, Wally.
All right,
I just want to
go ahead.
say how valuable is this streak? To me, it's a personal accolade that he could hold on for his personal NBA career. But in my opinion, it's not helping the Brooklyn Nets.
Yes.
And hold on, let me say this, and we can move around the panel, right? I think he shouldn't have played FIBA for one. Him and Cam Johnson, especially Mikal Bridges. Like, what's your glory of not resting? Like in the summer. Like,
right.
I can see if you want to play 82 game season, but in the summer, bruh, like, come on, man. And then they didn't even
Let me just say this just one thing, Wally, right?
Yeah.
But I always say this and people ignore this. So when does it become an executive decision, right? Because sometimes people don't know how to save themselves from themselves, right? So I don't think he cares about the record, but if people do think he's tired, when does it become Sean Marks or Kevin Ollie or whoever else? Look, bro, you need to sit this one out. You need to take some rest. Like, when does that come into play?
Because you have to remember that these are grown ass men. Mikal Bridges is
That's
27 years
okay.
old. And
Okay.
the thing is,
On
also his availability is a
uh-huh.
positive because the Nets want play. Remember the whole Kyrie fiasco, and KD could barely stay on the court for a whole season. The Nets want
Okay.
players who are available. So I
And what you
promise you, they're
just
not
said
trying
is
to
what I
stop him.
always tell people. People always say on BK Hoops thing, yo, Mikal need rest. I'm like, he a grown ass man. You can't tell him to rest. So
But hold on. But hold on. But again, why is it consistent?
thank you, Wally, for saying what I've
Hold
been
on.
saying.
Of course,
Listen, and this is I kind of wanted to interject to disagree. You know, him being available because again, y'all wasn't here from the beginning. I don't know if y'all know me from the start of the season before the season started, right? I was saying that Mikal Bridges is the same thing about the availability, KD, Kyrie, yada yada. But case in point is watching his shooting splits on a game to game basis, bro. Come on, that shit is not helping the Nets,
Yeah,
bro.
I think
He
like
got,
I said, I was saying before, like the thing is with Mikal Bridges, that's obviously affecting his performance. So I don't care how much he plays. He could plays to the wheels fall off, but it's obviously affecting his performance. He look checked out, yo. Like he
exactly.
ready for next year.
And I would
I
even
Yeah.
like
think,
to
but
even at the beginning of
um,
the season, Mikal and Cam Thomas were both hot. In that Hawks game in the beginning of the season, Mikal had what 38 points. Cam Thomas had
Mm-hmm.
43. And then the thing is, Cam
Mm-hmm.
Thomas, he was able to get rest because he hurt his ankle. Mikal Bridges has always
Mm-hmm.
been available since that game. So you
Yeah,
can tell that his
yeah. Wally, it's obviously apparent that he playing too much games. So I mean, like,
right. That's what I'm
yeah.
saying.
I
Hold
think, but
on,
I think that
hold on. I want to see who wants what side, right? I'm on the side that Mikal Bridges should take a personal day, bro. Like, you got no PTO? None? Like, all of these
Yo,
other
I'm
players
dead.
got PTO on their job, and everybody know who got a job, know what it is to have PTO. You know, sometimes you could be frustrated at work. And hold on, and this is real. I'm not trying to be funny. You know, earlier somebody said, oh, it looked like he's mentally checked out. That's because
Yeah,
That's
that
what
was
I
me.
even
Yeah.
said.
any person that's wired and tapped in like that, chasing a record, you're chasing a record. In my opinion, when AC Green, I think that's who has the record. When he had the record, he wasn't chasing a record. It was just what they did back then. That was the culture. And I think, yeah, you
I
could
don't
play
think
into.
Bridges is chasing a record though, bro. I just think
But hold on.
that
But again, this is my next
yeah,
point. Why
I
isn't
don't
he
think he's
taking a
chasing
day
a
off
record.
if he's not chasing a record? It's not like
Because he
his
likes to play,
consistency of
bro.
hold. It's not like his consistency of availability matches his shooting splits, and it's not like his defense is solid. And it don't make it seem like I'm bugging saying that I see him slow contest on 3-pointers. He's
I'm
not
gonna
I
be
getting
think
honest
I
with you,
think I
Breezy.
up
think
in front of
Some
3-pointers.
people just want to
I,
play,
I
bro.
think I think with my thing with Bridges too, he never been the number one option, so he don't know your when to. Y'all remember teams what teams used to do, right? Especially when they win or whatever, they would sit them out. They would play a couple games, they would lose a couple games and shit like that, just so the players could get rest because they know the importance of having that main player, healthy for the postseason. You know what I
That's
mean?
why I
So
said the Warriors, right?
Breezy, the thing is, like, the
What up,
difference
Ellen?
between Mikel and the rest of these guys is like, because I saw some people like, yo, why everybody on the USA team playing better, but he regressed or whatever. I think the issue with that is most of those guys are like true number ones. Like I would say even Paulo Banchero benefited because Paulo having his best season right now, and
right.
he was an All Star. So I
This is
think
second year, right?
yeah, he's a salt, yeah, second year. So I
Wow.
think Anthony Edwards, Paulo, like Tyrese, all these guys, like they have roles that are required of them to. If they go down, or whatever the case may be, like it's over. I think they have required roles of them that's different from Mikel. I'm not saying that we don't need Mikel on the team, but those guys are at a certain status that respectfully Mikel is not in terms of either
I don't think
elite
he's
talent
tired, bro.
or
I think he's
elevated.
just playing bad, bro. I think he's playing
I
bad.
mean, it
Like,
Hold on,
could be, but
yeah,
it's some people like I get it because it's a
I think he's
basketball
playing
thing,
bad,
right?
bro.
Like
That's it.
when you look at the Jordans and the Kobe's, like if they was available, they was available. They was playing
but
regardless or
the
not.
the
Kobe tried
thing
to
what I
play through
said,
a whole Achilles tear. Like
Can
I
I
think
say
it's
something
time
though?
for these players.
Right? Yo, the Nets was just off for 2 days, right? So y'all keep
Mhm.
saying rest. And them 2 days, you get rest.
No,
So I
That's
don't
Harlem.
true.
Meaning this what I
so I
mean.
don't get why
Harlem is
people keep saying that
Harlem.
shit as an excuse,
Meaning
bro.
start over.
Stop,
Meaning
bro.
a whole new season, bro. You could be, losing. I mean, like I said, I played in high school, so I never played in these levels. But losing a lot is mentally exhausting. Like that's just losing, and then playing a lot physically exhausting because we're not the biggest team.
Yo,
Just
bro, I
sucks, bro.
understand
Like
that.
That's
it
I get
zaps
true.
it.
your energy. Like
But it's
losing
like, yo,
zaps your
bro,
energy. Period.
it's
But
never,
Mikel is exhausted because he's not playing his role, bro. That's why he's
yo, but
exhausted.
it's
But
He's
never,
hold on,
he's
hold on, hold
not
on.
a
Listen,
but,
listen. No, hold on, y'all.
but
Hold on. Let me say this. And again, this is. I'm saying this because I don't want y'all to think that I'm critiquing him. This is not. Oh, the Nets are bad. I'm mad, so I need a player to bash. This is not what I'm doing.
Well,
I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna continue to assess the game. So hold on. Now that being said, first off, not only is he playing all the games, he playing big minutes in all the games. So if you got a player, and this should be a new rule called the Macau rule. It's called the overusage rule. Because
I'm
if you got
dead.
a player playing all the games, playing big minutes, and you want him to play the offensive side of the ball and the top guy on the defensive side of the ball, so while he's playing, it's a say that word for me, because I'm trying to say it. What you said? It's
cumulative.
Oh yeah. That's go ahead, Wally, take over. I was trying to say that word.
Yeah, it's cumulative.
All right.
Break that
So
down, Wally. Break that down.
yeah,
Okay.
break that down for us, please.
So, because a lot of people in the comments are saying, oh, the Nets only played 2 games this week. That doesn't take away from the fact that he has played almost 500 games. Like, even if the thing is, your body needs extensive time to rest and to heal. And I know some of you guys have played basketball before. If you continue to do like
Yeah,
extensive cardio, your body needs time to rest. 2 days is not going to cut it.
right.
Like, the guys
But
that go
no,
down,
and y'all saying he a grown ass man though.
yep.
Like, why he
And
can't
there's
tell
only
them
so much
no? Why he can't say no?
because it's
Can
a
I ask you a
pride thing.
question,
Look,
Wally?
But hold on. And my
Wally
last thing,
explained it. It's pride, bro.
yeah. And
yeah,
my last thing too. Like, there's no point of Bridges taking a break no more. Yo, the season is done. He could take a
it's
break
over.
summertime because we're going to Cancun. So he could take all that break early. You know what I mean?
Oh
So
man,
this is
hold on.
basically
Yo,
over. He might as well play all those games, build chemistry, and then see what direction we go
yo,
next
but
year.
the thing is what, like, what I don't understand about you people on this podcast, right, is it's never accountability, right? No. Yo, bro, I gotta say
But
this
no.
because
You can't do that. Who you talking about? You gotta be
people,
specific.
Nah, you people is funny
no,
though.
just
Nah,
in
man.
general, it's no accountability. Like, bro, listen, right? So I'm gonna give you a prime example.
Oh,
If Breezy plays 1,000 games, right, and he plays like shit, nobody is saying, yo, Breezy's just playing like shit. It's always, yo, Breezy's tired. Nah, bro, we gotta stop with the excuses. It's
nah,
possible he's
it's
just
not an
playing
excuse,
like
bro.
shit.
He exhausted, bro.
Why gotta be tired? Why it just can't be he's playing like shit? I'm just posing the
Because
question.
I'm all right. So listen. What I'm saying is this, right?
Come on, we gotta
Now
stop, bro.
hold on. Let me be specific, right? And then we're gonna go to Jay. Shout out to Jay. When you're a role player, which he was for what 7 out of 8 of his career years in the NBA, right? Or even
Mhm.
more so, more of his professional career. The first time he wasn't a role player was this year. So again,
Mhm.
body wise, yeah, you might be playing the game, the same game, just a different team, but because your role is different, you exerting more energy, specifically the word more energy. So that
I
being
don't
said,
agree with that though, bro. Because you still running up and
listen,
down the court. You still playing defense. You still playing hundreds of games. It's the same shit, bro.
no, it's not, bro. Let me
You
finish my
gotta
talk.
stop, please.
Bro,
Stop, bro.
you just debating me, but you're not letting me finish my talking point.
Go, go.
My talking point is, for one, be humble while I bestow this basketball knowledge upon you. For two, you should realize It's not the same thing, bro. I keep telling you this every time you pull up to my stream. I tell you the same stuff. What I'm telling you then is what I'm telling you now. It's not the same thing. If you got a guy that played the defensive side of the ball, you know that on the defensive side of the ball, he's going to exert the most energy, like i.e. Dennis Rodman. He's
I
somebody
disagree, bro. He just ass, man. He just
but
ass.
bro,
And,
he's not.
and you know
No,
what?
I'm
I
saying,
can't wait until next
listen,
year when he's a
no,
third option
no,
and he's ass
no,
again, and then y'all gonna
nah,
make an excuse when he's ass again being the third
nah,
option,
bro.
Yo,
bro.
You're
yo,
not,
yo, hold on. Harlem,
nah.
you
You're
never
not letting me
Harlem, you
finish,
never heard of
bro.
a
You're not
thing
letting
called
me finish my
Harlem, you never
talking
heard of a
point, bro.
thing
You
called
cutting me off
overworking?
every chance you get, man. I wish you stopped doing that. Let me finish my talk. I don't know how y'all do it over there with BK and Wild Hoops. You know I got love for all y'all. You see me pull
Go,
up. But stop cutting me off through my talking points, man. Let me finish.
go,
Then let me
go,
move around the panel. Hold on. I gotta tell you this every time, bro.
go,
I am the
go,
point guard. You're not the point
go.
guard, bro. Stop trying to come take the ball and do some other shit, man.
I just
Like,
don't agree, bro. That's it. I just don't agree.
but wait, hold that. Don't agree. I'm not saying don't agree with me. I'm saying hold
I just don't
that down.
agree. That's
Let
all.
me finish my talking point and
Go ahead.
then
Go
get
ahead.
to your how you don't agree. But you're
Go,
not
go,
even next. Jay is.
go, go,
So
go, go, go.
again, let me finish my talking point. It's
Go ahead,
not the
finish.
same thing, bro. When you going up and down the court and you just doing that's called cardio. You ever see a stat line where it say 0 all across? We call that cardio. Case in point is that's what not Mikal Bridges is asked to be doing when his role is changed. So he got to exert more energy. The same thing we seen with Royce O'Neal. If you're a Nets fan, if you know, you know. When Royce O'Neal came over here, we knew he was a role player. We kind of started asking him to do more than what a role player would do. He was playing the same amount of minutes KD was. They was 1 and 2 on the team.
Spencer too.
But you get my point. You see what I'm saying? Royce O'Neal, we asked him to do more than what he was, you know what I mean, doing over there in Utah. So his role changed too. But in my opinion, he was able to, you know what I'm saying, stick to what he was doing. He wasn't trying to do, how you say, more of what he doesn't do. Like he wasn't trying to create more shots. He was just taking more 3-pointers. You feel what I'm saying? And he was in the game getting more minutes. So, you know, with Mikal Bridges, he's the one that's trying to create his own shot. And I just think that's something you should work on in your offseason. Case in point, Jaylen Brown the other day said, oh, you can't say the same thing you said about me last summer. And that's because, in my opinion, he was working on his left hand. All last season, he got criticized about his left hand, this and that. But again, I don't want to be long-winded. Shout out to my guy Easy in the chat. Shout out to my guy Jay on the panel. Talk to me, man.
What's good, bro?
He still ass with all that, bro.
Man, ain't shit good, man.
That nigga's trash.
Wait, who's trash?
Mikal
That
Bridges.
nigga ass, bro. That
Okay.
nigga ass,
So,
bro. I
all
don't care
right.
what breed you talking about. That nigga ass,
Yeah,
bro.
I didn't know who they was talking about, but I'm pretty sure that's who they was talking about. Nigga
That
only
nigga
had
ass, bro.
yo. I'm convinced maybe we should just start
Yo,
putting him in the
That
second
nigga
half.
gave a
You know what I
Martin
mean?
Luther King
Because he
speech.
be
That
taking
nigga
the
still
first
ass,
half
bro.
off these last
the,
couple games. Just put him in after
I'm telling y'all,
halftime.
bro. I think he being used the
Hold on.
wrong way.
Let Jay finish.
my
Go ahead,
question,
yeah.
hey,
I'm
look,
just saying,
Oh,
like you
we
got to
gonna
be
go to
no,
strategic. If the nigga not gonna
Oh,
score
man.
to the third quarter, just put him
anytime,
in after halftime.
anytime
Jay
we have,
feel the same way I feel, bro. Like that nigga ass, bro.
all right.
Nah.
Anytime
He
we have a
not
bad
ass.
game,
He only the left cheek. He the twins. You know what I mean? He only the left cheek.
Yo,
He
yo,
not even
okay,
ass by itself.
yo.
okay. Look, anytime we have a bad game, y'all come up here and
Oh,
y'all start
man.
trashing Mikal,
Because
blah
the
blah blah.
games be
But y'all
epically
know the kind
bad.
of player
Let him
Mikal
finish.
Bridges,
Let him finish.
the kind of player he can be. Okay, and let me tell y'all something, because the panel is just, oh, we got a young prospect in Cam Thomas. Look, Mikal Bridges is not a number one, but neither is Cam Thomas, and y'all need to get
Cap.
that through y'all skulls. Even in this
Why you
game
gotta take
today,
it there?
yes, even in this game, because now y'all doing too much on Bridges. Even in this game today, Cam Thomas was struggling against Indiana's length, especially in the third quarter. That's why they kept scoring on them. Mikal and Cam Thomas are in the same position. They need a good floor facilitator to get them to their spots so they can get easy looks. That's what people on this panel don't want to admit.
I think I
Cam
got
Thomas
something to
is a
say. I
great
got something to
ISO
say to
player.
that. I think when you look around the league, right, all the number one options in the league, in terms of people who are the number one options, if you look around, High key, most of them have the ability to score. They have some sort of elite scoring talent to them that in some way
Thank you, Saint.
give me a bucket. Like that if you look at Anthony Edwards, he is the pure definition of give me a bucket. Like it's just some people that are naturally gifted at scoring. It's you can't teach that. In terms of Cam Thomas being a number one option, I don't think he's ready for that spot either. But what I will say, and everybody on this panel can agree, his scoring talent is extremely better than Mikael Bridges, which is why he
Yes,
works as the number one for this team now until somebody else comes that can take the pressure off Cam and Mikael, which is why
exactly.
they want the offense. That's what I think is why we want the offense run through Cam Thomas because he's better
Facts.
at having the scoring load on him rather than
Facts.
Mikael, who's gonna do what he did tonight and for the past few games. So
And
I mean,
and the thing is,
it,
Schroeder was supposed to come in and make things easier for Mikhail and Cam Thomas because he was supposed to put
right,
back into their original positions. But then it turns out
right,
Schroeder, he doesn't know how to take over games as much either. So yes, it's
exactly.
true that Cam Thomas could be the number one leading up to this summer because KO has seen a lot of he put a lot of hope in Cam Thomas because he
Yeah,
sees
he
a
get
lot of
Cam Thomas a green light. That's why he's
right,
performing. So I can't wait to see them next year. Hopefully, he come back. But yeah, Cam Thomas
I
got
exactly.
the
don't
green
think
light.
Ali gonna be the coach next year though. I think they
Yeah, I
might
don't
hire
think so
somebody
either.
else.
I hope not. And look, the other thing that's really getting me tight too, everyone keeps saying build around Cam Thomas, build around Cam Thomas. Mikael Bridges is the kind of player that you want to have beside an effective scorer like Cam Thomas. You trade
Facts. I
away
agree with
Mikael
that too.
Bridges, and the team becomes even more ass than they are now.
Yo,
Facts.
Hold on, hold
Wally,
on,
how
hold on,
does
hold
it
on.
Yeah,
make
No,
you
no,
yeah,
hold
but
on.
feel?
it's got
That's what
Hold
I've
on,
been
y'all.
saying
Hold on.
since
Come on,
I've
look.
been saying since jump. If you want to build a
Hold on.
team around Cam Thomas, ironically, this is the team you have.
Hold on, hold on, hold
Like,
on, hold
which
on,
is
y'all.
actually funny.
Hold on, y'all. All right, so again, earlier in the season, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, man. BK next, man. Just call her Wally, man. We call her Wild. Hashtag Wild, man.
This nigga about to start capping for McKell again. Here we go.
Yeah, no, no, no.
Let's hear it.
I'm telling again, no, no,
Let's
no.
hear
I'm,
it.
I'm not. I'm giving context to the conversation, right? So earlier in the season, I was saying that I think that Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges is going to be a top 10 duo. I was wrong. I seen the Milwaukee game with Cam Thomas and Mikal Bridges, and they both had good games. I think Mikal Bridges had like 31, and Cam Thomas had like 40 some. You know what I mean? And I was like, yo, maybe they could be a duo because, and now this is my theory on how they could be a duo, is that if they try to trap Cam Thomas, he could always dump the ball off to Mikal Bridges because he's a great off-ball player. And they could just kind of,
Facts.
work through the offense like that. Now, I was wrong. I will say that it worked a few games, but to say they was a duo, I don't think so. And they
I,
said that, and it was, hold on. I said all this to say, this my landed talking point is uh when they asked Cam Thomas, you scored 21, but we see that you had a stretch of games where you could score 27, 28. He was like, exactly. So it was designed for, since they seen that it wasn't going to work with Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges, quote unquote, probably because of quotation marks, probably because of availability with Cam Johnson, right? Not Mikal Bridges, but Cam Thomas had the availability. He did get hurt. He might not be an Iron Man like a Mikal Bridges, but he play more. He played more of the games, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Cam Thomas. But my point is, Cam Thomas carries the offense. They ain't no real duo. Now, I'm asking the panel, let's get it clear here. Is it a duo? Or are you on the side to say they are a duo or Cam Thomas carries the offense?
Cam Thomas carries the offense. Like
I
that's
think it's a
easy.
duo for me, bro. I think it's a
I think
duo
it
for me.
could be it's a potential duo. I think they could be a duo.
I
Yo,
think
how is it a duo,
I think
bro?
if
If one nigga's ass,
Cam
bro,
Thomas is an
you
A
can't be
plus,
a
Because he
duo
not in
I
like
his
think
that.
role,
Mikel it
Harlem.
can't
That's what
Hold
he
on,
not
hold on, hold on, hold on.
understanding.
I just want to, before the soliloquies, just everybody get an answer. We're going to start with Jay. Go ahead, Jay. I think Jay, I already know his answer anyway.
Yeah, Jay, now you already know he's what's how he
Yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I Wally, you think what you think? You think you agree with me thinking that Cam Thomas carries, or is more of a duo? How you feel about this?
I initially thought that they could be a duo because that's what it was supposed to be. They were building up Hill Bridges and Cam Thomas to be a 1 and a 2, especially if you see all their posts on their Twitter
Okay.
accounts. But with Mikhail's recent regression and inconsistency, as you saw that he dropped 38 against the Hawks and then like he just sort of disappeared after that game. So it's like they're not going to be a duo this season, but if they get more runs, because Cam Thomas said in that interview that as soon as they traded Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson to Brooklyn, even up to now, he still hasn't had like a considerable amount of runs with them. So they need a full offseason to get some plays in, get some runs in. And on top of that, JV even admitted that preseason, he didn't run any plays for Mikal Bridges as the floor facilitator. As the number
JV is
one.
trash.
So at the end of the day, like they need more time to play together for them to be an official duo. That's what I think.
Yeah, I feel you. What about you, LM? I mean, I know you just answered, but we went to you,
Um,
LM.
I feel like they could potentially be a duo. I feel like, like Wally said, they haven't had much time to mesh together. Like they was just thrown together. The KD trade was kind of like, you know, unexpected, I guess. So they didn't really have a lot of time to mesh together or whatever. But in terms of right now, I think the offense just runs better through Cam Thomas because Mikal don't got it right now. But I would say that Cam Thomas also said that I forgot who it was, but they asked him, "Yo, why Net fans should be excited for y'all? Like, why is this a team that to be excited for?" And he mentioned, you know, him being who he is, and Mikel and Cam and Clax, like, yo, we can really, if we got much time together, we can really, you know, turn into something. Whoever we get, we get. But we can really do something. I just think it's enough, you know, they need enough time to get that chemistry going. But I think they're a potential duo, though. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, I think like I said, we wasn't supposed to see them be a duo, so it magically went on our laps or whatever. So I think they didn't. You know, now next year we can build around them and see if they a duo or not. Because this was basically lucky. So and so far for me, it looks good. I mean, even though we have like a bad record or whatever, but it sure looked better than what the original plan was. And I think Cam Thomas on the offensive end could be at the A plus, and Mikal Bridges could be the A. I think they could do something special, man. Especially how much points they was averaging together, almost 20 points a night. So that's all I got.
Can I add to that?
Yeah.
I feel like with Mikal, because right now they're all playing out of position. That's why you guys keep saying, oh, Mikal Bridges is as Cam Thomas is carrying the offense. If you get a true number one or fill that spot, I feel like it'll push Mikal. Because Mikal, we all know he's not a 1A, 1B, like Easy said. But if you push him to that number 3 spot, like that's his correct position. I don't understand. So like if you get a number 1 in the summer, like who they're looking at, a Donovan Mitchell or a Trae Young, whatever, it's gonna put these guys in their original positions, and we're gonna see a completely different team.
So you think that the Brooklyn Nets? Hold on. Do you think the Brooklyn Nets want to keep the roster and just add a 1?
I don't think they should keep the roster. I think this roster should look very different next season.
Yeah, I agree. I want this roster to look.
We need a 4, bro. Please get a big this
what's
crazy,
bro, about y'all takes is like, so y'all saying
there ain't no Cowboy. Who?
You too.
What take? Yeah, exactly. Let's get to
I'm
it.
about to tell you right now. So y'all all got wild takes, right? So y'all all think that Bridges, right, could like be a secondary to Cam Thomas. So you mean to tell me that y'all would rather make Bridges a 2A than to make Lonnie a 2A? Lonnie way better than Bridges, bro. He can handle the ball.
Not all around, bro.
Yeah.
Bro,
I think if we got, you know what I think, Harlem? I think if we got the defensive player of the year, if we had defensive player of the year runner up McCall on this team, y'all would like him a lot better, I think.
Yo, bro,
I
Lonnie
think
could
that would
dribble
be.
the
I
ball,
think that would be
right? Listen.
the.
Lonnie could dribble the ball. Lonnie could hit free throws. Lonnie got a jump shot. Lonnie can create his own jump shot. Those are all things Bridges can't do. How many free throws you seen Bridges miss? How many layups you seen Bridges miss? He
But
can't
you
handle
talking
the
about
ball, but he
offense,
can.
bro.
When
He's
you talk about
Lonnie's
offense,
horrible on
On
defense,
offense, Lonnie do everything that Bridges don't do good, bro.
and he's short, bro. Lakel's
yeah,
6'6".
facts.
Lonnie the same height. Lonnie 6'5", 6'6".
Lonnie
The
not
same
the
height.
same height, bro. Lonnie's
Bro,
6'4",
Lonnie like
6'5".
6'5", bro. Look it up. Lonnie's 6'5".
He's 6'4", bro.
Okay,
Mikel is a
6'4".
legit 6'6".
But he could do everything good that Bridges can't do, though, bro.
No, he
And that's
can't play on the
close.
other
Nah, you
side.
can't, bro. He can score. I'll give him that, but he don't play
I'm
no
talking about
defense.
offensively. I'm not
I
talking
think
about
you know. I think
defensively.
Harlem. I think just because you don't like him playing for him, you still gotta look at their positives. Mikel
Crazy,
Bridges
bro.
ain't that bad.
Please let me work. Let me work.
Yeah, that shit, man, funny.
Please let me work.
Oh, that's for you. That's for you.
But you ain't working, though.
That's for you.
You
know what I'm
not
saying?
cooking, though, bro. You
Bro,
not cooking at all, though. That's the thing.
I said, let me work, and that means let me talk. You feel a need to talk soon as I talk. That means you scared of the answers that I got. Listen, all I'm asking you to do is, for one, don't put a stain on my jacket saying I said something when I ain't say it. Now, you said I said that he should be number 2. I said that's what I said in the beginning of the season, bro. We up to game 67. I didn't
Is that
say
how you
that
still
for
feel
last
right now, though?
game. Hold on. It does matter. Hold on. And the thing about it is, when you talk all this Lonnie Walker shit, we already said earlier in the stream, if you wasn't listening, that he ain't healthy enough to have that obligation. So stop pretending
Nah,
you know
bro.
it. Bro, stop pretending. Hold on, bro. Listen, stop
Facts,
pretending like you
facts,
cooking. Like, for
I
real,
ain't saying that.
when realistically, when we look at the one statistic, and that's the games played, no, 2 statistics, games played and minutes played, the shining that Lonnie Walker was doing, they was talking about him in a limited role where he was leading all of the players that were playing 20 minutes or less in points. He was versus players like Quickly when he was on the Knicks, etc. Case in point is, I noticed because I'm watching him as the 6th man, I'm saying when he on our team, he should be the 6th man of the league. He could play like it, but his availability, his health doesn't allow that. You could see the chat earlier talking about how the Spurs didn't need him because they said he brittle. You see, he got hurt with LA. Case in point is, he ain't healthy enough to have the how you say the opportunity that Mikal Bridges got. Mikal Bridges, respectfully, got the opportunity maybe over Lonnie Walker because of availability. So
He
what you
asked,
saying about
though.
Lonnie Walker,
So
bro, it's not that we don't want it as Nets fans, but realistically, when you look at the paper work and you see the motherfucking minutes and what games played, bro, Lonnie Walker just ain't the guy we could go to and rely on, bro.
I would
He's
trade
not.
Bridges, though, bro. All right. So if that's how you feel, then I'm trading
No,
Bridges. Then.
I'm saying that to your talking point. I ain't saying nothing about trading
No,
Bridges. Keep going.
no. I'm saying that I'm trading Bridges because I don't believe that he could be a 2-way to Cam Thomas. So I would trade him and I would get something better.
I
don't have faith in Bridges, bro. I just don't have faith in Bridges, bro. Y'all got faith in him. I just don't
So
think
who would you trade Mikel for?
Bro, I'm not telling y'all. I'm not telling y'all to.
Who would I trade
This
him
is not.
for?
Hold on. This is what I'm saying. We talking basketball. I'm not talking about whether or not we should keep or not keep Mikal Bridges. What I'm saying is, y'all said that the team is gonna look way different next season. I'm listening for that. I'm just, before y'all go to the next conversation, y'all had
Who said that, though?
you misquoted me, sir. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
no,
So
no.
I just wanted to be clear on that.
You actually did say that, though. Like, that was your question. You said, do you think Bridges would be a good 2-way? Like, do the chat feel like he would be a good 2-way? And everybody agreed. And I'm just saying that I thought Lonnie Walker would be better. And then
Bro,
your
that was a
rebuttal was
question.
he's
I didn't
injured.
say that. I didn't agree
Okay.
with that. I said that Cam
Okay,
Thomas
okay.
carried.
No, okay, cool. So you don't feel like Bridges is a good 2-way. I think he is, bro. I don't think he's a good 2-way. So you
No,
agree with that?
what I'm saying is the reason why the league had eyes on him is because of his perimeter defense. And in this league, when the 3-pointer was increased, if you know the old school from new school, somebody like Mikal Bridges was imperative, especially playing with a player like Booker. Imagine Booker being able to do it to you, but you can't do it to Booker because of Mikal Bridges. That's what we was looking at, like, oh shit, he about to be on our team. Nah, it wasn't that. He wanted to come over here and do.
I don't got
He
no
wanted
faith
to come
in
over
him,
here
man.
and do what was Booker. He wanted to come over here and do what was Booker was doing, and be the same guy that was defending Booker. So
But
Booker
my
never
thing,
had to guard the best player because
Yeah,
of
I
a
don't got no
player
faith in him, bro.
because of Mikal Bridges. You see what I'm saying?
yo, my
That's
thing
the
is
half, bro. I don't got
my
You
take
should have
is,
got Booker for that
hold
nigga
on,
KD.
yo, my take is how you can like say, even like I said, I like Cam Thomas, y'all know that, but I try to be as biased, take my biasness out of it, but it's the organization more. Everybody that comes here, Spencer sucked when he came here, Finney Smith sucked when he came here, Mikal Bridges sucked when he came here, like bro, Cam Johnson sucked when he came here, like it's a disaster, bro.
Yeah, I actually wanted to say, like, I think they're selling the fans false hope. They don't even believe that they can make it to the play-in because in the last 4 minutes, these niggas was on the bench laughing. I don't know who was funny, who was telling jokes on the
I
bench.
seen it.
This
Bridges
game,
was laughing, right?
it was
Oh,
Bridges, it was
I
freaking what's
seen
his
it.
name, Schroeder,
All right.
Cam Johnson. They don't even
I
think that.
thought I was the only one that like actually seen that though, so I'm glad you people.
Yeah, like I think they know that this season is over, so they're just waiting for the summer, just like the rest of us. So if they don't care, I don't care. To be honest,
Nah,
Yeah,
but
nah.
here's the
See, I'm
thing
not
though.
gonna lie.
Nah, but I don't like
I
that,
ain't
yo.
gonna
I
lie.
don't like
I
that.
ain't gonna lie. That shows that's morale. That shows I really care. And then Wally, to add to what you said, you know how Kim Thomas used to get criticized for not being cheerful on the bench. And I used to defend him like, yo, he want to play. Like they're taking minutes away from him, and he know he supposed to be out there playing. And y'all want him to be happy that he on the bench. And then I watched the interview with JJ Redick, and he was basically like, yo, the first time I ever came off the bench was because of KD and Kyrie. So think about that. Why would he be
Right.
smiling? Why would he make a merch called Ain't Shit Funny? Bro, he want to
If I could be
win.
honest
That's what
with
I
you
said.
too
I
though.
said all I had to say is he's serious about winning, and he got
Well,
energy like a franchise player type of energy I get from Cam Thompson. I know
you
y'all
also
don't agree
gotta
with
look
that.
at
I know y'all don't agree
yo,
with
bro,
that.
but you gotta look at the Brooklyn culture
I'm
too,
just
right?
saying.
Like Brooklyn, like the Brooklyn culture, like they want dogs, bro. So Mikal Bridges, he don't fit like how Brooklyn people are in real life. You feel me? He too happy and giggly and shit like that. So it's like that shit not gonna fly to niggas in Brooklyn for it. You know what I'm saying? So like that happy go lucky shit gotta go out of
I
New
don't
York in
know.
general.
Wally was saying something different about how I don't know what you
I'm
were
saying
saying,
we could just
Wally.
watch how
Cause
he
Joe
plays.
Tsai and Sean
Yo,
Marks is trying to appeal to the white side of Brooklyn, bro. These niggas trying to
that's what
make
I'm
it
trying to
seem
say.
like they
yeah,
trying
But
to
it's not
appeal to
like
like
we winning
Greenwich
though. We
and
not.
Bay Ridge and or in them areas, bro. They not trying to attack the real heart of Brooklyn,
Yeah,
the heart that's gritty.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like
Okay,
they don't got
okay,
that
so
type of
you saying the kids gonna love him no matter what? And
Nah, I
like the
don't know about
fans,
that.
that's his the fans.
I
Like
mean, that you
they gonna
see it.
love
Mikal is
Mikal Bridges
marketable.
because
You
he
seen
comes
him
to
in
the
in the
schools.
school with the
That's the
kids and
fans that
stuff.
they care about. They care about the little kid
exactly.
fans. They care about those fans.
Mikel is marketable, Breezy. You seen him in the
Like they
school with
big
the
fans
kids
too, man.
and him being around the
And
kids and stuff.
Yeah.
can I?
Like I don't think Cam Thomas, like as much as we say Cam Thomas can be the franchise player, I think he's too introverted. I think him being in these schools and him being in the stuff, that's gonna turn him off because he like, yo, I just want to play ball. I'm not
Nah,
really
I
with all of
disagree.
this
I
extra
disagree with
marketing
that.
stuff.
Hold on.
I
Wally was
disagree.
trying to say something. Let Wally go. Then we gonna go to Ivan. Go.
I
We
agree
listen.
with everything you guys said. I just want to add on to that. When Cam Thomas came out with that ain't shit funny thing, many parents were not letting their kids go around talking about ain't shit funny.
Mm-hmm.
Mikal
Right.
Bridges, he has that silly dance and the laughing and that other shit. When he went to the school, the kids were going crazy. They were latching onto him. They know that he's marketable. That's when people say, oh, Mikal Bridges shouldn't be the franchise player. I don't consider Mikal Bridges as the franchise player. I consider him as someone that they chose to represent the brand. Because you have to remember, the Nets
Right.
want to grow their fan base organically. That's why they're starting with kids. Cam Thomas, he even said, like, he don't even be outside in New York City for real. Like, he doesn't go
Right.
out. He's in his house. So how are the kids supposed to connect with that? They can't. Only adults can. Like, if you really
Right.
want
He
to
mad
build
introverted.
exactly. And on top of that, the kids like that player. Like if they love Mikal Bridges, that's more money in Joe Tsai's pockets because now they're buying their kids Mikal Bridges jerseys. Now they're buying their kids tickets to go to the game because they love to see Mikal. It's a marketing scheme.
Man, the
Yo,
marketing
Wally, I
scheme
could be
is
But
honest
you know
with
win
what I
you.
and
think,
win
Wally? I
games
think they
because
should
you want to
market
see
them
that
to. I
shit.
think they
Get
should
good
market them
players.
together. Like I think they need to
Hold on,
get Cam Thomas out his
hold
shell
on,
a
hold
bit, and they
on.
should market them together,
No,
I
somebody
like a
had
duo type of vibe.
hold on. Somebody the other day said that if anybody should get in the front office, it should be Jay. I heard Jay. He was trying to add something. So what you was saying, Jay?
The marketing scheme is win games. Like stop playing ass niggas. Stop playing. Like it ain't really that hard. Know what I mean?
I,
Like all
So
this
win
smiling, shucking and
games.
jiving don't mean
Wow.
shit. Know what I
Can
mean?
I ask you
Fraud.
something, Wally?
You know.
yes.
You right,
Right.
Jay, but there's more to it, bro.
No, I hear that, but
Do you think that
we
Bridges and
don't.
Cam
I don't.
Johnson even want to be in Brooklyn? I don't think they want to be in Brooklyn.
I
No,
think
hold
I
on.
think they just got
I
traded, and that's how that went.
Uh,
it's gonna take a minute for them to adjust. That's why, like, even when Mikal went on that Knicks podcast, he's not really into the New York City culture. Like, he don't know much about the rivalry and how deep it is. So, like, I think they like being here because you remember, like, Cam Johnson, he was out in Marcy Projects handing out turkeys and stuff. Like, he be outside. Him and his girl, they be taking walks through Brooklyn. Like, they be out. So I think they're still trying to learn the New York City culture. They just need New York City friends. They need to go to the hood and find some people to teach them about what it's like to be in New York. That's what
Cam
I think.
Johnson
Nah,
working through Marcy safe. That's crazy, bro.
I think
nah, I
I
don't
think
think he
when
was out
the
there by himself though, bro. He might have had security, nigga. Like,
you know
bro, you
Yeah,
gotta realize these niggas are still millionaires though. They not about to just be in Brooklyn in the hood. Hell
yeah.
I
no.
think
That's
I mean
true.
how popular Cam Thomas got early in his career, or whatever. I think he's gonna surpass because Cam Thomas just popular all over the place quickly. So I think in time he just still too young. But like because we gotta look at it as basketball is kind of like I look at basketball as like college. Age gaps like freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. Like Bridges kind of in his junior year, so he already blend in. He already established or whatever. So I think when Cam Thomas come up, his popularity is already like if you go on YouTube, put Cam Thomas on, you gonna see people clips talking about him easily, like already. So I think in time, because he's just a polarizing player, people just like offense regardless. I mean,
Yo,
that's
Wally,
just
he
the
only
way.
That's why I said.
22.
That's why I said market them together. Like
Yeah.
have Mikal try to get Cam Thomas out his shell and be like, yo, pull up,
hold
do
on.
this thing with you
LM,
or something.
No, y'all good. Somebody got a TV in the background or something.
Right.
Um,
I've been saying that.
yeah, yo, I just need y'all to mute that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know who that is, but
Just all right. So
yeah, market.
if you're not talking, to just mute up. That all. I gotta handle
Right.
something anyway. BK was in the chat and he was talking heavy, so I blocked him, and then he pulled up on the panel. So we want to see what's up. Now I'm saying I'm not backing down from no challenges or whatever.
But
BK who
whoever that
though? Who?
Oh, he
who,
sound crazy. I got to get him
whoever
up
that
out of here.
is, just turn your TV down. If you listening to the stream while you on the stream, turn the TV down.
To your son.
Word.
But I ain't gonna. I think they should. I think they should really market them together, bro. I feel like next season or whatever, Cam elevating too, cause like, well, his popularity is going up as well. Like everybody around the league, especially when we get these national games and Cam Thomas go off, everybody like, yo, who the heck is that? Like Brooklyn got somebody like that on their team. So it's like, yo, let's market these dudes together. If you want them to be some duo, have Sean Marks and Joe sign and be like, yo, I want y'all guys to be the duo. This season, I thought it was Mikal and Cam Johnson. It obviously worked. I want y'all to be the main guys, and let's see what we can do. What do y'all two need to be effective on this team? What do y'all need? We need a four. Do y'all need a one? What can I get y'all to complement y'all into this upcoming season? let them lay out their demands, whatever the case may be, like target such and such, and get this ball rolling, man, and get some fucking wins in the city, bro. Because this shit is ridiculous. But
Yo, hold on. I think the what did Wise Man say? The marketing scheme is to win games. Shout out to my guy Jay. John, well, I see you on the panel, man. Talk to me.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Hey, John.
what's good?
Oh,
Just chilling. It's very interesting here what we're all talking about here. I think marketing Thomas and Mikel. I don't know if it's really going to get the buzz that this team wants because if they wanted to, do a rebuild, they could have done it. But it just seems like they want to pair a superstar with Bridges. But at the end of the day, if you trade Thomas, I think that's going to bite them eventually because he is a good scorer, and they don't have any draft picks for this summer. So they really have to think about their moves because if they don't make good moves between now and next year, they could have a future, plain and simple. So they got to be careful what they do next.
and so let me ask you, because there's a lot of others around the water cooler about Donovan Mitchell, this and that. And again, I want you to hear my take on it, and to add to say the reason why we should go for a four. We need a power forward before we need another guard. Now, I'm not saying that Cam Thomas is Donovan Mitchell, but I am saying that Donovan Mitchell could get you 30, 35. Cam Thomas going to get you about 27, 30, maybe even 32 if you make him the guy on offense. So yeah, you're going to get Cam Thomas being shy of what Donovan Mitchell production is on offense, and you're going to get better defense from Donovan Mitchell. But contract wise, business wise, productivity wise, if we just talking money and getting return and getting that money back, I mean, that Fetty, I mean, that's the kind of thing they're gonna miss out on all of that. They now think about Joe signing the money that you know what I mean. He missed out on because of the lack of success. Think about how the CBA just did it with these new contracts and this and that. And if you could get productivity off of a rookie contract, so don't even look at Cam Thomas like Cam Thomas. Just look at him as rookie contract. You look at that rookie contract and you're getting that productivity from that rookie contract, and you look at all your other contracts. You trying to tell me that's not the smartest thing to do is to move forward with this player? You feel me? So instead of going for a guard and a Donovan Mitchell, go for a four. And I don't know. Some will say Laurie marketing. I don't know. I'm just moonlighting. But how you feel about that, John?
I think for the Nets this summer, I heard some things about that Donovan might be happy with the Cavs and he might want to sign an extension. But at the end of the day, if he doesn't agree to extension this summer, I think it's definitely going to come down between the Knicks and the Nets for who wants them. But the thing is, Donovan Mitchell isn't the only option. There are other options out there. Trae Young, his name is going to be in the summer trade rumors. The Spurs want him. But if you pair him up with Wembanyama, I think the Nets would regret that move because Trae Young would be a good complementary piece for the Twins. And Claxton, he actually gels better with their styles and with his. They bring the defense that he can't bring. He helps unlock all their offenses. Like, there are other options besides Mitchell. I just find it a little much that people are saying, oh, if we don't get Donovan this summer, the Nets are going to regret not doing a rebuild. There are options out there, but the Nets have to be smart about what fits their team right now, what fits them best.
Yeah.
So, can I add to that?
Yeah. We got Shane on the panel too. I seen Shane shouting you out. He was like in the chat shouting you out. So what up, Shane?
What up, y'all?
So hey. I actually like Breezy. I'm about to send you a piece of an article that Zach Lowe posted, I think 2 days ago. And he mentioned that Cam Thomas might not be an untouchable this summer. So I know like it might hurt your feelings, but a little bit, yeah. If the Nets are looking to go for a star this summer and they get rid of Cam Thomas, Donovan Mitchell is the better overall player. Like if you can compare the two, but I feel like it's incomparable because if you look at his stats and you compare it to Cam Thomas's stats, which he's still developing, we know, but Donovan Mitchell is better right now. And I keep making this point that you don't turn down a superstar or a star, a five-time All-Star like Donovan Mitchell for Cam Thomas's potential. You just don't, especially if you're in a big market like New York City. You're trying to attract a star. So that means you have to give up the player that you drafted, then you do that.
Why? But Wally, why? Why
I
attract the star?
piggyback.
We did that with Katie and
I
Kyrie and
just
Wade.
yeah, I disagree with that too.
Can I
Why?
piggyback?
Why? But why? Like that's okay. I'm not disagreeing with Wally when she say that's what they're doing. But then I'm saying why? We
You got
haven't
to
had
I
no
don't
defense.
disagree when she say Donovan is a better player. I just disagree with the fact that when you cash in your checks on a almost 28-year-old, where Donovan will fit Mikal and Cam Johnson's timeline because he's around that area. But what I'm saying is when you look at, yeah, we in Brooklyn, I get it, like we in a big market, but when you look at the teams around the league whose stars are developed, they ain't trade them and be like, now let's try to get something better. They let them develop on the team they were on, and they eventually grew into the players that they are now. In terms of what Brooklyn got going on, we seen this same cycle crash and burn over the past few years. Why not develop somebody who or naturally is a scorer? So it's not like you trading Donovan, he probably is a better scorer, but you got an elite scorer in Cam Thomas too. So it's not like you trading uh somebody who can't get a bucket for somebody who can't. They both
I don't
are
think
good at scoring.
I don't
So
think anybody.
that area is like, I mean, he was averaging 28 in the beginning of the season, damn near 30. So like if you do that and you sacrifice what you for what? I mean, yeah, Donovan is a better player right now, but I just think we've seen the same cycle happen. Why not just develop your young guys and let them see what they can turn into, especially somebody like Cam Thomas, who we consistently see in here that wants to get better on the defense. He's looking at the defensive side. He's watching players around the league, taking in info, looking at different things to work on, to improve on. The kid is
Hold on,
hungry.
hold on,
It-
hold on, hold on.
so
LM, I want to go to Saint. I just want to say this one thing too. He looks coachable too. He might not be as marketable as Mikal Bridges, but he's coachable. You know, say what you want about Cam Thomas, but if you watch him in the post game interviews, you can see he's a player. He's a player's coach.
I would like to
yo,
just
yeah.
Hold on, let's
Matter of
go to
fact, I'll
Saint.
go
Let's
after.
go to Saint. Let's go
Yeah,
to
I'll
Saint.
go. Yeah.
I'm just gonna. I appreciate you. What's up, Breezy? What's up, everybody? I'm kind of piggyback with what Worley said, and then my eyes are bad. What is that? LM? Is that what? I can't.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
LM.
I'm on my phone. My eyes are bad. Anyways, I don't disagree. Like I don't think anybody disagrees with what you just said about Cam Thomas. Like 100%. My problem with the Nets, and then when we get into debates about it, is like they've already told you what they're planning to do, right? That they're telling you we're not rebuilding. And I do think there's hope that Cam Thomas will still be here after the offseason. But at the same time, to Worley's point, like if the team is telling you they're shopping, then if they're telling you they're looking for a star, there's not one person on this team, depending on who that star is, that's like ultimately untouchable if you're not rebuilding. Like you have to take that into consideration. But I'm 100%. I wish we would have had a new GM in here and just saw the light and said, "Yo, just start selling. Let's get and keep the young guys and do that with Cam." But as long as Sean Marks is here, that's not going to happen. Like
Yeah, I
he's not
agree.
there, and that's what sucks is. And I will say this though, the good thing about with Kevin Ollie is there hasn't been a question about whether Cam Thomas is going to start or get time. So I'm glad
Yeah,
that conversation is over.
for
But
real.
it
Hmm.
just I think people, as much as I agree with what you're saying, I think as a Nets fan, you have to prepare for any potential. As long as you know Marks is in charge, like you can't you wouldn't be I wouldn't be shocked one bit if he like went for Mitchell and Cam Thomas was in that deal.
So
Wouldn't
hold
shock.
on, hold on. Say while we got you here, real quick, I just want to ask you, if GM wise though, who you like? Who's your favorite
I
GM
mean,
as a Nets fan?
everybody will say Bob Myers. I was hoping Peterson stuck around because he is a smart guy. Um, to be honest with you, I've been so turned off lately with the Nets that I've just checked out to some degree.
Hmm.
If you've noticed, I really haven't been doing much.
Nah,
But
I know. I know you.
We don't blame
I know
you,
you
bro.
felt the way about the
I gotta like I haven't even started thinking. I gotta start thinking. That's a good question
No,
because
hold on. Two things I wanted to say the same because I didn't see his content, but I've tried to follow a lot of it. But the Jeff Peterson thing, right? Now
yeah,
when I heard about Jeff Peterson, I went back and I watched Voice of the Nets, Voice of the Nets, the podcast, and he had interviewed Jeff Peterson, right? But this was like a year ago.
smart motherfucker.
And yeah, yeah. And he was kind of like how you say articulating the what the assistant GM does.
Yeah,
And what I will say is this: you can confuse where the credit goes from assistant GM to GM, right?
thank you, thank you.
Like, wow. So,
Yep.
that was a really good interview, man. Voice of the Nets,
No,
man.
you can like if you yeah. I'm shout. I mean, that's a good point because I remember watching that, and I
Mhm.
think it was early on when I was on Twitter, and I was just like, "Yo, why can't we have this guy in charge?" Like it just. I even yeah, because I've had a love hate relationship
Oh my goodness.
with Marks. Like I was all on board and Marks we trust very early on, but as
Mark,
soon as the stars got here, um, something happened to him, and then it just everything just either he got too full of himself. I don't know, man. It just he got short sighted on a lot of things and I think that's what surprised me was I saw when he came in how he helped put this team back to where it was, made it somewhat attractive. They had some money, some assets, and then it was like it felt like he left all that work that he just put there, and he got real short sighted and kind of cut corners and I don't know whether it was like he let go of a certain philosophy. I don't know, dude. He lost it and he ain't getting it back.
saying, you know what the problem was when Sean Marks came to the team in 2016. It was a nothing team, but what he said was, "I want the culture to mean something." Fast forward to when we signed KD and Kyrie, he sold the culture. That was like the starting point right there.
Mm.
And then they brought DeAndre Jordan
No,
aboard, which
I
I
think he
really didn't understand that move. That was a
he
weird
sold it.
move.
He to me, I think that is when they went for Harden. I think you should. I honestly, I wish they would have given that group a little bit more time. I understand the trade for Harden, but I mean, I was excited, but at the same time, when I saw what we were giving up, I was like, I like Harden, but I don't like him that much. That was my honest feeling then.
Mm,
Mm.
I disagree slightly because here's the thing: Harrison Bird, he had some type of cancer, and if he didn't get traded, they that would have potentially hurt his life. So that was one
Yeah,
thing that like I could live with. The other thing was Allen; they weren't going to resign him. He would have walked for nothing, which would have been a mistake on their part to not get anything for him. And James Harden, when he did come to the team, they played some of the most exciting basketball I've ever seen. I'll be honest;
yeah,
I think
they
James
did, but
Harden is probably the best point guard they've ever
they gave
had.
up too much for that fat ass, dude. Way too
No,
much for that.
I know, I agree with that. But here's
Okay.
the thing: he did play great until his hamstring gave out. He was playing great, and but the thing is with Katie and Kyrie, they didn't want to be leaders. At the end of the day, they said what they say: we don't need a coach, we don't need a GM, we'll do our own thing. But
I,
that's not how it works. That's not how the
that
NBA works.
but that old like star versus the front office shit was so stupid too. So done with that.
It's egos. When you have egos and everybody thinks they know what's right, and they can't come together, that's what you get. You get guys that are disinterested, and that's unfortunate with the talent they had. They could have gone far. And here's the thing: they could have signed extensions. They could have signed extensions. Been playing right now on the team, and they could have maybe won a championship. But they didn't want to play with each other or for each other. Unfortunately,
Nah, I think it's a little deeper than that, dude. It's that it had very much has to do with the front office, dude. This front office is ass,
yeah.
a lot of people in the league know it. Stars know it. Players know it.
Well, they
You
let
just
the
saw how
stars
they
run them.
operated. They
That was the
just started. You saw how they just operated with Dinwiddie and with
oh
DFS.
yeah.
They're fucking like fuck this front office, dude. They
They
don't.
they they should have made the trades in Paris. I thought Paris would have been the perfect time to start trading pieces off, but then they wait 3 weeks till everybody's like, "I'm done with the season." Like their timing was been awful this season on
I'm
moves.
gonna say this, and then I'm gonna bow out, Breezy. Like my whole thing is like I kind of feel like when people said Kevin Ollie's in a no-win situation, tell me where the players at all this season we're in a no-win. Like, how are they not in a no-win situation? Which is part of the reason why I've kind of backed off, like really calling players just like if I don't have a legit excuse of why a player is not playing well, I just say he's ass or he sucks. And it's like there's so much going on this team this year. Um, from thinking Ben Simmons was going to be your savior, like, and just the lack of preparation across the board. And then we're going to turn around and look at these players and we're going to go, oh, yeah, you're set up for success. And then I'm just going to fucking tear you down. And if you don't play as well as Cam Thomas or this guy, you're trash and you're ass. And it's like, dude, it's like, come on. There's clearly so much shit going on in this team that it's like it's affecting everybody in so many different ways. Some people can rise above it, some can't. DFS thought he was getting traded till the very last minute. If you know about that, look at what he said. I mean, so many players thought they were getting traded and not getting traded.
We could have
Yeah,
got we could have got Bobby Portis at DFS and 2 second-round picks. I would have been fine with that. Bobby Portis is a great rebounder. He was actually leading the league in rebounding, which we are not good at. He would have given us that culture, that intensity that we don't have. Yet Sean Marks didn't want to pull the trigger. Like, just bad on his
No,
part.
ridiculous. Just like looking at what the organization also put players in, the coaching. They chose the coach. That was their
Mm-hmm.
baby. It wasn't, you could say the stars endorsed it, but that was the front office. That JV blew up in their face.
Mm-hmm.
Now going to Ollie. I'm just saying this was the season that you can't blame what's happening on the stars anymore. This is clearly on the front office ownership. This is your baby. You said it was going to be this, and it clearly wasn't.
yeah. I mean, like you said, man, I think the building block of building a coach, I always said was the biggest voice was the coach. And the reason why I said that is because I ain't gonna lie, Kenny Atkinson. And then I did some homework, and and just I looked at it like, you want to have that guy, the guy that's in between the players and in between the GM. I talked to him. You know what I mean? I talked to him about your contract. I talked to him about your minutes. You know what I'm saying? That middle guy. You know what I'm saying? That's what the coach is. He's supposed to be the biggest voice. You know what I mean? It's easier to, when I think about cultures being built, I think it's come from the coaches more than it did from the players. Even Michael Jordan, he couldn't get his rhythm until he had Phil Jack. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, appreciate you, Breezy, Warley. Everybody have a good night. I'm gonna chill and listen.
I
All
thanks.
right.
No, we appreciate
Have a
you.
good night, Saint.
Have a good night.
All right. Thanks, Saint.
All right.
Word. But yeah, no, I think that I won't be long winded, but that's how I feel about culture. We should do it with the coach. He's the middle guy. You know what I mean? He talk to the players in the front office. You know what I'm saying? He worked things out.
We need a coach with a resume. This whole hire my best friend stuff has got to stop. I mean, Steve Nash, that was awful. Jock Vaughn, I gave him a chance, but then he didn't write anything on the board against Boston. That backfired, and now it's Kevin Ollie. Listen, if they have to choose a new coach this summer, keep Ollie, because for one thing, he's a good defensive coordinator. That defensive scheme they had against OKC in that one game was, like, I think the best defense they played all season. Like, they really defended him so well. But I would not fire him. I would just put him back on the coaching staff because that's a good role for him. But they need a guy with a resume and experience. Can't hire your best friends. And they need to get a censor. This small, skinny, I'm gonna get point guards, power forwards, no real censor. Like Claxton, he's more of a power forward than a censor. But they keep putting it out there. Like, they got to make the roster improvements. This is bad construction right now.
Yeah,
I think we need a real big I don't know if they keep Claxton, and I don't even know if they put him at the four because the way it's looking, if they willing to trade him, I don't know. But we need somebody. We need a big body at the five, someone who has weight on him, preferably 250 or 260 or whatever the case may be, that can man the paint and allow Claxton to help out on the block, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But we can't have two guys that can't shoot at the four and the five, unfortunately. So if Claxton is at the four, does that mean he has to get a jump shot now? Does that mean he has to stretch it out? I don't know. But we need somebody who can shoot. I think 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 we need
I
Like I
like
Right.
said,
that fake. I like that fake dribble handoff. If he could work on that, work on a Euro step. Know what I'm saying
Yo, who the
he
fuck
ain't got to
said
do
here
nothing
come Jay with
crazy.
the crazy takes? I ain't say shit in like 20 minutes. What I said? The fuck? How I gonna catch it straight in the comments? I ain't even
Yo.
say nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
nah.
I think
They was talking
Claxton
hella
just
shit
gotta.
earlier, Jay.
I think
Um,
Claxton gotta
they
develop
didn't really say
offensively
why
though.
they was talking
oh, he
shit.
Well,
does. He's got
whoever
to
that
learn
is,
how to
gotta
shoot
say what I'm
mid-range
talking
shots
about.
and three-pointers. Like,
Yeah, like get
got
like a Bam game, like a mid range. You pull up for a mid range or whatever the case. Like keep the defense like guessing or something. Cause
he has to. Like right now, he's what 25. Your defense can only get you so far as you get into your 30s. Then by your
Oh,
30s,
oh.
you got to start shooting. Like look at Dwight Howard. He got chased out of the league because he couldn't do that. And you look at Brook Lopez. He won a championship because he developed a three-point shot. Like you got to
right,
eventually at a certain point. Like right now, it's okay, but I'm not going to give the guy $100 million if he's just playing defense. We did that with Ben Simmons, and look what happened in his career. Like you give as soon as you give somebody money, if they start playing really bad, you're going to look back to like, why did I make a decision that's already backfired in the past already? Like, they
right.
got to think about that.
I mean, on the last time we were on the panel, we were talking about Valanciunas not re-signing
Mm-hmm.
with the Pelicans, and y'all was like, "Nah, no." So, like, do y'all still feel the
Ooh.
same way?
Nah, me? I would love Valanciunas on this team. I said I don't think it's possible. I thought he was more comfortable where he was at. Like they would re-sign him, they would give him the best offer. I just don't think somebody like I mean somebody like him would just be available. To be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? But this
I feel the same way about marketing. I
hold
don't
on.
think he's gonna be available though.
We pulled up this quote. Who said this, Wiley?
Okay, so this is basically Nets Daily aggregating. What's his face? That dude, Zach Lowe.
Okay. So Nurse Daily is saying this?
No, you see the highlighted part?
Yeah.
That's Zach Lowe, who's a sports analyst, and he was just talking about the Nets situation going into the off season.
Um, eligible after this season for the Nets, he has to become either a positive trade asset or part of their long-term core. To me, this is easy. You don't really got a draft pick. You ain't got power with draft picks. And I don't know how much leverage you go into with next season. Cam Thomas, you keep him long term. I got him long term Kerr. I mean, I said Kerr. I mean core. What about you, Wally? How you feel? Do you think that he should be long term core or trade asset?
See, right now, the Nets actually no, before I think the Nets saw Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, and Claxton as the core. But now with Cam Johnson playing the way that he is, I feel like it'll be easier to just replace Cam with Cam Thomas. But then that also makes Mikal Bridges feel some kind of way. So like I don't really know who is the
Twin.
yeah, I don't know who
Left
is the
cheek.
off
I
season.
I think there's a problem there, Worley, because if Johnson gets moved out, Thomas defensively still is not going to help you in a lot of matchups, like against the top teams. Let's say that. I think as far as like what the needs of this team are, they definitely got to get a big. That's the must right now. I think as far as Claxton's situation goes, I'm 50-50 right now. If he wants to consider his options, well, consider your options because we're not going to give you $100 million. We'll give you 60, 70 to be fair, but you still got a lot to prove to be your best version. I mean, these emotional, technical fouls he keeps getting, like they hurt the team's
Right, yeah,
momentum.
it's getting
Who you
annoying.
talking about? Cam
Yeah.
Thomas?
No, Nick
No,
No,
Claxton.
Claxton. When
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
right.
what he
Hold on,
did
hold on,
today
hold on,
when he
hold on.
dunked
But
the
I
ball,
don't want
he's
y'all
doing
to,
all
I don't
that.
want y'all to hold on. I don't want y'all to deviate from the question. Do you think Cam Thomas is a trade asset
Oh,
next season or a long
oh,
term core?
Thomas. Listen, he needs to be developed as a playmaker. I mean, the
All right,
scoring guard role can only get him so
you
far.
okay? So long term core, you staying with that? All right, that's what's up. That's what I'm trying
Wait,
to figure out. What direction are we going? You know.
wait, but Jonathan, who's your big three though of the core?
Right now, I would say Mikel because if we get a superstar, we need Mikel. I think Johnson, it's flexible because we need a superstar. His contract is a great salary filler. Claxton, we could keep him to a long-term deal for now, but I think down the line they might trade him to get another piece to stay competitive. So Claxton, Bridges, and between Thomas and Johnson, it really depends. I would say this though: Thomas does have more consistency scoring than Johnson has had this season. Johnson has not been in rhythm for the most parts of this season, with the exception being that Hawks series that we had. But Other than that, he's been injured and inconsistent. So there's something to consider right there too.
Right, because since Cam's injury, he's been averaging since he came back, he's been averaging 27, and I think 27 and 7 rebounds or something like that.
His rebounds been
So
improving for sure.
right, so in terms of and his playmaking has been developing game by game. He's finding Claxton a lot, finding Schroeder and the guys, but in
He needs to
terms
show
of
more.
long, right, yeah, we need more time with Cam Thomas and him reading the double teams correctly. So when he's double teamed, he's not throwing an overhead pass. He's able to just make the pass immediately. Like, there's a lot of things that Cam Thomas got to work on, but I think his uh I think he's willing to work on it. I don't think he's just, yo, I'm the best player. It is what it is. I don't need to work on my game. I think he's shown a willingness to work on everything. And, Ali said that. He said that. So I think you keep a player like that long term. And, if you want to get a true number one, get a true number one. But I would like, if we, by the grace of Jesus, if we ever won a championship on this team, I would like Cam Thomas to be on that team.
Yeah,
For
me
sure, for
too.
sure.
Yeah,
That's true. Yeah.
absolutely. So all right, so did we go to Jay? Jay, do you think Cam Thomas should be long term core or trade asset?
Man, you already know what I think, bro. Long term call, Cam Thomas for motherfucking president. And on top of that, I
Oh,
don't
man.
see how Nets fans don't see that you got a 40-point scorer that was just sitting on the bench lurking that could have been helping this whole
He said
time.
lurking.
This man has been a scorer his whole career. And if you develop him into more of a playmaker because he's only 22 years old, like the sky is the limit for this kid. He could be everything that y'all salivating on other teams about.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Jay.
I
I be
agree.
saying the
He just
same
needs to be
thing.
more
Like,
consistent. That's all.
right. I be saying the same thing. Like, how good would it be? We calling other teams about they star players. I want them to call us about, yo, what y'all willing to sell for this? What y'all willing to give up for this? Nah, he outplayed. He locked up. Like, I want us to have players that other teams is trying to call to get, and they
LM,
untouchable.
yeah, nah, LM. I wanna add to that. Again, I'm not gonna lie. I listen to a lot of the announcers for the other team and hear what they say about our team. And when I'm listening, they all consistent saying that he's a bucket. If there was ever a way to describe somebody that you never seen or heard before, and you just kept asking about this one person, they say, "Yeah, do you know Cam Thomas? Who is he? Or what does he do?" They're like, "Yo, yeah, I know him. He's a bucket." Yo, every announcer in these 30 teams that we played, they all call him a bucket, bro. This is no coincidence. And again, that's why I was asking John earlier about the rookie contract. Like when you just look at his contract and his productivity, they're trying to match it with Mikal Bridges, respectfully. But the fans could see that Cam Thomas carried the offense, bro. He could easily be averaging 30 out there, man. At least 27 or 8.
He
I
definitely
just think he
can. It's
needs
just
better
his
help.
health. He needs to be healthy
Right.
because he's
He
been
needs
injured
better help.
last few
He need
years.
to be healthy and he needs better help around him. He needs other scorers. We
Yo,
talking
yo,
about
Breezy. People were saying that Kevin Ali in the post. So I saw the post interview or whatever. People were saying that Kevin Ali was coming at the camp. No, he looked like he was coming at the Mikal Bridges, saying he got to do better. We got
Right.
to do better, and we
Oh,
all got to
word?
set up to do. Yeah, I don't know what people were talking about. He didn't say nothing about Cam Thomas.
Well, actually, Cam Thomas called out the team this morning saying, "Yo, we got to stop talking about effort when we're losing. We got to show it on the damn court." Is what he was trying to tell them. And then when I heard the thing about Ali, I'm
he
like, "Oh,
definitely
he
did
calling out
say that.
Cam
He
now?"
definitely said that.
I'm like, this team ain't no family if they like doing these low blow things off the game.
He
Like that's
definitely said that.
mm-hmm.
The thing is, though, like I'm really tired of everybody saying, "Oh, it's an effort thing." Because if you guys remember, Claxton said the exact same thing before they got whooped by the Magic, talking about,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh,
Right.
they punked us the last game," and then they went and they got punked again. So it's like
Right.
keep talking about effort, but I don't see the effort.
Stop selling us dreams, man.
Yo,
Facts.
and I think sometimes, like, even though sometimes people, I don't think we want to go out there and lose. I just think that we don't have the talent to come. Yo, first of all, like, we mass small. Like, Claxton be out. Yo, they scored 82 points on Claxton head. Yo, like it's like, bro, like we just a small team, so I
No,
ain't gonna lie.
Claxton's got to
That's what
stop
I'm
with the
saying. Claxton
emotional
need to stop with
outbursts,
that
man.
stuff after the dunks, man. He be
Yeah.
dunking and
Man,
then he be
Claxton
trying
be
to
the
get
only
like a
one out there
technical
showing some
foul.
heart, man.
No, that's not
He's
heart though.
showing hard,
No.
but I feel like he be doing too much sometimes.
When we
Like
were taking on the G League Grizzlies, he had a dunk and slammed the ball. Like you're facing an injured Grizzlies team with all youngsters, and you're excited about that. You just
Cause
cost us
they
our
out there
lead.
talking shit, doing Mikal selling
Yeah,
in his
but
face.
where's the professionalism
Mikal
though?
smiling about it.
Yeah, but where's the professionalism where Claxton's smart? You want $100 million? You're gonna do this BS over and
No,
over again? As
I'm
a
not. I'm
GM,
not
I'm
gonna
not.
lie.
I'm cutting half that
Yo,
salary
KD
right
was
there.
doing the same shit last year though.
All
Yeah,
he do
KD
is
yeah,
do
I
the
agree
he
small
with
was
you
things.
though.
intentional.
That's
He
just
was
you can't
that's his
compare.
intentional.
celebration.
KD got the right
I'm
to
just
do
saying
that
where
though.
Claxton learned it from.
Nah,
Hold on,
Claxton.
hold on,
Nah, he
hold
don't
on.
got the right
That.
to be doing that all the time though. KD earned that.
Hold
Mm,
on, hold on. I was waiting to see if somebody was gonna respond to this comment. Wally said she wanted to say something to it. Hold on, guys. We gonna get back to it. I'm listening, Wally.
So first of all, I want to know how you guys feel about this trade Bridges to Houston for their picks back. I want to know how y'all feel first before I talk about
mm.
it.
Could I
I want
start
to keep. Oh,
For me, I definitely don't want Jalen Green because specifically, here's the thing. He's only playing really good right now because he just became a baby daddy at 22. So he's got to get that bag now. But if I wanted
What?
somebody from the Houston
That's funny
Rockets to
as hell. That's
pair
real
with Cam,
motivation, though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
yeah, true. But if I had an ideal person from that team that I want with Cam Thomas, it's Cam Whitmore. That kid has something special. He's got that athletic, explosive ability to develop over the years and become a great counterbalance to Thomas. I'd want Jock Landell because he'd be a young center to develop, and I want all my picks back. And I would potentially give him Mikal Bridges and Claxton right up for those picks and for Cam Whitmore because we'd be set up for that 2025 draft. Now, that's if I'm negotiating with them, but the thing is this is that better for us right now because that could be another mistake too, depending on how the rebuild goes. So, yeah.
Facts. Anybody else?
yeah, I would like to keep Mikal Bridges. I wouldn't. I wouldn't want to do that trade. I would. I would like to get trade Finney Smith. And I like Finney Smith. I'm a big fan. And Ben Simmons, if that's possible, and just try to get some size, man, in our front court and back court. That's it. That's basically good for me. I want people. I want to run it back with Mikal Bridges and Cam Thomas and build around them. To be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Okay, so let me lay this out because it seems like everyone's just saying trade Mikal to Houston, blah, blah, blah. So the reports were that Houston offered several of those picks back. And the 2025, which was the most valuable pick, was not offered in that deal. So
Mm-hmm.
essentially, Houston, they already used the 2022 pick. They own our 24, 25, 26, and 27. 25 and 27 are swaps. So with the Rockets, they were going to give us back the 2024 pick, which the Nets are not interested in the 2024 draft. So we weren't even going to use that. So the only pick of value that we wanted was the 2025, and they weren't giving that to us.
Yo,
So
that
essentially,
2024 pick might be a lottery pick though.
maybe,
It
right?
might be top. Yeah, it might be top.
Yeah, I had seen a
Right.
percentage of the They were showing a percentage of what the pick could be. It's top
It's
10.
high. It's high, bro. It's top 8 at
Right.
best.
Yeah,
But then
top 8. Yeah, to
if
be
you look at
exact. Yep.
if you look at the amount of assets that the Nets retained after trading KD, they set themselves up pretty comfortably for the future. We already have 4 unprotected firsts from Phoenix in 2027. So essentially, the only pick of value we would be receiving from Houston is 2026 and Jalen Green. So we would be trading our second best offensive player in Mikal Bridges to Houston for the 26 and Jalen Green. And then in turn, they can also go back into the 2025 draft and go after either a Cooper Flag or another young stud. Now tell me that doesn't make the Nets look stupid as hell.
That's awful.
I
Put it
think.
Exactly.
frank.
I think. I think for Mikal, I wouldn't necessarily trade Mikal. I'm not even gonna lie. I'll probably trade Cam Johnson, but
I
I
would too.
think in
But
terms.
they don't
I think
want
in
that
terms
money.
of. I think in terms of the future that I mean, our future is pretty much in the hands of. I mean, yeah, in the hands of Houston, man. Like even if it is a bad draft, you can still find a diamond in the rough in bad drafts. Like if you
Fair
look at the
point.
2013 draft class, That 2013 draft class was trash. But who was in that draft class? Giannis Antetokounmpo. So
Ooh.
it was so the fact of the matter is you can still find players in the draft, regardless if it's bad or not, that can help elevate your team. It just depends on if they want it or not, if they consistent or not, if they want to get better, whatever the case may be. But I think Mikel, in terms of this team, I think since Mikel and Cam Johnson, Mikel is a better defender, but I think they have the same kind of game overall. It might be time to split the Twins up, man. If I know Houston want Mikel, but I wouldn't be far off on trading Cam Johnson somewhere else and separating two and getting something back in return, whether it's a big or a pick or something. But I think Cam Johnson, we don't really we don't really need in terms of his skill set. I think we can get somebody way better for it. I mean, at this point, it is what
I
it
told
is.
you
But I want to
already.
keep Mikel with Cam Thomas for sure, for
Sean
sure.
Marks getting them picks back would be part of him righting his wrongs. You know what I mean? Mikhail would just be a casualty of war. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
And that's what happened.
Yeah.
Because you got to right your wrongs. When you do something stupid, you got to double back and make sure you cover that. And that's what that would be. And that's why I wouldn't be mad at it. I'm not mad at keeping Mikhail neither. But if somebody offers you maximum value for something, you got to take it.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The amount of picks that we would be receiving from Houston would be two,
Nah.
our 26 and 27, at least of value. And we already have picks in 27. And we're not going to get the 25, which is the
Right,
most
but
valuable.
the goal with all of these picks, they saying is to trade them anyway. And if
Fact.
you're gonna get, if you got more trade capital,
But the thing is, if you're going to trade for a star, you want Mikal Bridges to be here because that's the player that perfectly complements a star.
Right.
Right. He has trade value, so you wouldn't want to trade your trade value. Besides Mikal Bridges, no one else on this team has that high trade value. I mean, unless you want to count Cam Thomas, but I don't even think Cam Thomas is that high as far as Mikal Bridges. So I mean, you gotta keep Mikal. I'll say trade Cam Johnson. They wouldn't take Cam Johnson on the Rockets, but in another universe, God willing, if they were still for the picks, I'll do that and keep Mikal here. But I've said I've wanted because they're not gonna do it, but I said a good asset on that team that would be good for us would be a well, Sengun is injured, but he's going to be back next season. I said a Jabari Smith Jr. would be perfect. As far as him being 6'11", he can kind of create his own shot. He can shoot the mid range. He can shoot the three. He's uh he's turning into a two-way stretch type player. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that would be a perfect guy you can put at the four alongside. If you keep Claxton, I don't know if they're gonna trade him, but if you keep Claxton and Jabari Smith Jr. can work well in the front court. But I don't know how uh us getting the picks back. I agree with Jay. Like I feel like I'd rather have picks in the weak draft or whatever it may be than none at all. Because the fact
Yeah.
of the matter is, you had even if your season is trash or whatever, and you may not even be losing on purpose. It's just it's a bad season, but you
yo,
still need to have some sort of backup plan. Like, okay, cool, free agency, you can't control that. These players gonna sign whatever, but with the talent coming up, I can sign these guys. These guys are hungry. Like to Jay's point, free agency, they
you
probably
see
all
the
about the
comments
bag.
though?
Like in the free agency, they all about the bag. Like they want to go where they most paid. But in the draft, these players, this is a dream come true for them. Like, yo, I'm in the league. And they got that hunger coming up. Like, yo, I want to get better. I want to win where I was drafted at. Like, I want to do all of these things. And I want to, and so you got to have some type of backup plan. You even if the draft is a bad one, even if it's a trash one, you still want some picks there because as you see in the Nets case, you don't want another team controlling your future for the goddamn until 2028,
Right.
basically.
Well, one
Especially in the
play.
2025 draft where all the Cooper Flag and Ace Bailey, you if you don't got a pick in that draft, then what the heck are you doing as a GM?
Right.
Like,
Well, here's the thing. They could one option trade that I did hear about is they could trade Dorian to the Grizzlies for Luke Kennard and their 2024 draft pick. I mean, the Grizzlies, they're a team that wants to win next year. I mean, if you give them Dorian Finney-Smith, that makes their defense really tough. Like if the Nets want to make
right.
like a small move right there. Luke Kennard's no slouch either. We need 3-point scoring badly, and he's
He
one of
gave
the
us
best in the
23,
game.
right? 25.
He beat us. Luke Kennard's the reason we lost to the
Man,
Grizzlies.
niggas
He's
be
the only
putting up
player
their
we could
career
trade.
highs on us.
Yeah, but listen, but Worley makes a great point here. We can't just trade Mikel for
Or
two
Mikal
late
Bridges and
picks.
his great defense because he's the only one who played every game this season. So he's the only constant on this team. I blame everything on him and the coaching staff.
No, I don't blame it all on Mikel. Here's the thing: Ben Simmons was supposed to play, and he lied again about him being healthy when he wasn't. And the thing is, Mikel, though, his problem is this Iron Man streak. He's 27. When you're 30, that's going to start bothering you injury wise. Like he needs to start getting out of his own head and think about his regimen. Like it may have been good for you
Right.
when you were a young kid, but you're 27. You're a grown ass man. Like you got to start thinking about how can I get from regular season to playoffs. This guy can't even get to playing at this point. It's not good, especially since I know he's got skill. I know he's got defense. But when I saw him tonight, the dude's got bags on his eyes. I don't know if you guys zoomed in on Mikal Bridges. Dude looks gassed. Like I don't know if he's even like
Yeah, he
sleeping
looked
much.
real. He looked out of it tonight, man.
Yeah, there's something going
It
on
was
there. And
bad.
just I think this is the first time Mikel has ever really failed in basketball. And for especially a role player who doesn't want to play like a role player, like that's why he plays so much. He needs to figure that out up there too, because he's not playing like Mikel Bridges. He's playing like
It's the
somebody
first
else.
time he was supposed to be the man by himself, too.
Good point. Good point.
But things changed when Cam Thomas went on that run. Now it switched their plans up because he was
Right.
supposedly, and I think as the front office may look at that like, damn, we didn't expect Cam Thomas to be like that, but they got to be stupid too because we saw this in summer league. I'm pretty sure everybody saw like, yo, this dude's going to be an amazing scorer on this team. I think the problem is when you hold somebody like that back and you this is we all said this is basically damn near his rookie season where he's actually getting minutes and learning the game as he plays. I think that is a blessing on Mikel because now you got somebody that can hold the offense down and all you gotta do is if they was he was in his role, play defense, go take some corner catch and shoot threes. You don't got to do much on the offense, over dribble, do all of that nonsense. Just stay there and wait till the ball finds you. I think
Right.
that's how Mikel always worked. This is how we worked in Phoenix, and I feel like if we get, I'm not saying if Cam Thomas is the number one option that we win more games. I mean, maybe we would, but I'm saying that if he was more in control of the offense and him being the number one option, I feel like leading into next season, Mikael Bridges knowing that, like, all right, fine, we got a 30-point per game scorer in Cam Thomas. This season, I'm not overexerting myself. I'm gonna play defense. I'm gonna do my thing. Whoever we got on this team that Sean Marks and them get to help us alongside the defensive end, I'm gonna contribute to that. But I'm gonna let Cam Thomas do what he do. I
Right.
think we see a better version of Mikael Bridges moving forward, not overexerting himself. But
Yeah, he shouldn't have played this summer. I mean, looking back at it, they didn't win anything in FIBA, and Johnson too got injured. Like he was not playing well off the bat because he was injured. But Mikel especially, like he's played since last year into summer, fall, winter, spring. Like he hasn't had any days off other than that All Star break. But he just doesn't look like himself at all. Like he needs to create a different regimen going to the summer. How can I not play? How can I not only play at an elite level, but make sure that I'm resting my mind and my body? Like that's important for a
right,
player. Like if you don't have that working, he's playing like Ben Simmons out there right now. Like he wasn't even scoring tonight. Like I never seen him look so locked up before. I mean, Pacers are not a defensively shut you down team. He literally was not trying to take any shots tonight. It's just that's not like him. He's got to get out of that mindset before he even
and
starts
we got
playing.
San Antonio in a couple of hours, so
Oh yeah. Thanks for the reminder on that one.
we got San Antonio in a couple of hours, and he not sitting for that. So I mean, at this point, it is what it is. I really hope that he doesn't overexert himself. I think he almost had an injury scare a couple of games ago
Right.
Where I said
Wrist.
he was limping and almost injured. So I mean, it's dangerous, man. These injuries is happening. These injuries, you see what's happening with all these teams. They getting so many injuries. Like it's tough, man. It's an 82 game season. These guys got to go out there and give it their all.
Right.
But I feel like Mikel gets better when he just gets into his head. Like I don't have to do too much. Cam Thomas is starting now. Let him take the offensive role, and let him do what he do. In terms of if he needs me, he needs me. And I think the Cavs game was the perfect example of that in terms of what could happen moving forward if uh Mikel is in his role. Cavs game was the best game he played since All Star weekend, since
Right.
after the All Star break. That was the best Mikal Bridges we've seen. So you see that he can do that. He's capable of putting up a 22 or 23 on elite efficiency when you got somebody like Cam Thomas leading the charge or whoever that
Right.
is an elite scorer. Like you see him, the best version of him uh when he's next to an elite scorer. Like you saw what he did to Booker. He was damn near runner up defensive player of the year.
The best
So
Bridges I ever seen was during that Orlando game at the beginning of the year, and the worst Bridges I
Yes.
ever seen might be during this
right,
Orlando game I seen
Yes.
just the other day.
right, exactly, exactly,
Man,
exactly.
this
Like
might go on the
he
roller
just plays
coasters
better
in
next to
Orlando.
scorers, man.
I was at that game versus Orlando. He had like 26 in the first quarter. I was like, "What is? He's going crazy out here." And then
Right.
this last game, he couldn't get no points in the first half. I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Nah, he's
But I
definitely
think it's the J to that. I think it's like the beginning of the season to like now, like teams change, their game plans change, players are like
right.
now and they mold now. Like, okay, this is what I got to do. Beginning of this season, I was making certain mistakes. The Nets was cooking us in the first half of the season. Like, all right, let's turn up now, and this is what we got. They
Well,
adjusted, man.
Well, going into the
Like,
summer, they need a playmaker. Like that's paramount or point guard. Like not having a point guard this season has really crushed this team's offensive strategy a whole lot. I mean, when Ben Simmons was playing, he was making good plays for this team, making the game a lot easier. But without him, they have nobody that really makes it easy. I mean, Thomas had a great game against the Cavs because he was playing like a playmaker. But the thing is, Thomas isn't doing it consistently yet because he's still trying to find his voice. Like once he finds his voice, it's going to become more easier for him. But I don't know if he wants that role. Like he's a scorer first, not a playmaker second. But if he wants to be in the league longer, he needs to take that next level. But that's why they need to get a point guard. They have a point guard. Cam Thomas could just focus more on scoring. We have nothing to really complain about there. But that's a huge
right.
thing they got to get fixed this summer. Need somebody to be a
I
point
think I've
guard.
heard somewhere. I've heard that Ben Simmons before he got traded here, they saw that he had like some injury issues, but I guess Sean Marks waived it or they uh put it aside or something, and they still accepted the trade anyway.
That trade never should have gone through. There's a rule where if there's an injury before a trade goes, it should be thrown in the trash. Like I can't believe he accepted that. Worst trade ever.
Right, and that's what I've
Yo,
been saying for the past
hold
week.
on, y'all. Hold on. I want to say we 2 hours and shout out to the whole panel. Shout out to Wally. Shout out to the panel tonight. We went to 50 tonight, like 53. That's a max. Never really did that. So I just want to say, you know, I appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? I couldn't have did it without y'all. So shout out to John, shout out to Wally, shout out to This Is JTV, shout out to LM, shout out to Harlem, shout out to everybody that was here earlier. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to Wally on Twitter, subscribe to Jay on Twitter and YouTube. Shout out to LM, part of the reason why I was part of the BK block. Um, we're gonna be right back at it tomorrow too, because the Spurs game come on today at 7, I think. So the Nets we still
Yeah,
on a roll.
7.
Damn, I gotta
So
do another 400 push-ups to this shit.
I don't even know. Listen, Spurs is trash, but I can't say that's a guaranteed win at this point.
yeah,
Like, I don't
we
even know if
going
I could say it's a W.
What
yeah,
the
man. We better win that game. That's my pre-cap for it.
Oh, I sure hope
Nets
so. We
fans are
need
hungry
some.
for a win, man.
Nets fans
All
are
these
hungry
games
for
have been
vacation
winnable
time.
too, right? Thank God Atlanta got a tough schedule though. 'Cause
Nah, it don't
if
matter. The
we
Nets
try to
are
get a
taking
three,
advantage. We could have been a game back already, but we're only 3.5 now. So
Yeah,
self damage.
right?
we trash.
This team has lots to fix this summer. They got to find a coach. They might need to find a GM. They might need to find a whole lot of things. They're gonna be a busy summer.
Sean
Busy.
Marks, I don't know if you're allergic to people to bigs that are above 7 feet, but I highly suggest you take some Claritin or something and get yourself together, bro. Get
That's a
some
good one.
bigs on this team,
I
7 footers.
I told you what it is, man. They be letting Chat GPT coach this team, and they be like, "Oh, above 7 foot. Oh, they be having injuries and problems, so we not
We
gonna get that guy.
we
Oh,
could have
Screw
got
that noise.
we could have
3 point in
got
the
Get
Wendell
work rate
Carter
is
bigs.
Jr.
important,
We could
so
have
we
got
gonna
Wendell.
shoot a lot of them.
We could have
Like,
got Wendell Carter Jr. from the Magic. He was available this season.
man,
I'm
we could
like,
have got
Right.
Bo
We
for
should have
free.
gotten Bol Bol. I feel
oh
like Bol
yes,
Bol would have definitely been good on
nah,
this
We could
team.
have
nah.
picked
Shout
him
out to
up for
Harlem. He
free.
wanted Bull. Harlem wanted him, and like they're developing him now. It's like he could have been perfect for this team. Instead, who we
Right. He
take?
would
We
have been
took
used
Bates.
better here
Yeah.
than he been used on Phoenix right now. He would have had a major role here.
Facts.
Like it's and he can put the ball on the floor. He's
Yo,
seven
when
three. He can
Bobo got
rebound.
cut this summer, I thought it was a no-brainer that we was gonna pick him up, and I just waited by ESPN
Right.
to see the notification.
He can be the five, but I feel like he can be the five and the four because he just got that game. He's skinny, but he definitely got a game as to where he can put the ball on the floor. He high key a creator at 7'3", man. Like imagine that on this team next to Claxton. All we got to do is just go up and get blocks
What do you
with
guys think
Cam
of?
Thomas.
What do
Like,
you think of
bro,
DeAndre Ayton though? He's starting to play like the basketball he was playing when he was with the Suns. Like the Nets could have had him when they would trade KD. Like they could have had an actual big on this team. Do you think Ayton is now just starting to show his real potential as a top guy, or is this just hype like it was when he was playing good for Phoenix? What do you think about
uh, I think Aiton is nice. I just think that because I don't know, Portland is a young team. They rebuilding in terms of his age. I mean, he damn near around Claxton height. So I mean Claxton's age. So I mean, he will. I think he would do good on this team because he takes mid ranges and he's like what 250. So you get more weight. I think he's taller than Clax. So I mean, in terms of manning down the paint, um, I think he's more at. I feel like he kind of is more athletic too. I don't think he. I think perimeter wise, he can defend the perimeter well. He can give you a mid range if you need it. Like he has I think a better offensive skill set than Claxton. But um, I wouldn't mind an Aiton on this team. I don't know how we would get him, but if Aiton was available, I don't think that would be a bad trade for real. It's just knowing Sean Marks, man, he probably gonna get a big that's like 6'8", 6'9". Can you know what I'm saying? So
that? Hey,
it is what it is
I,
with
I don't
Sean.
really like Aiton, honestly. Know what I mean, he's soft, and he don't play no defense. Know what I mean, he an
Right.
offensive guy. He don't really play no defense like that. And I think I like if for a big, I want you to play some defense. I want you to be a commanding force in the paint,
True.
especially on defense. And
Right.
the dude, you 7 foot and you're supposed to be tough, but you wear pearls. I don't know about that, but that's probably why he don't play no defense. You know what I mean?
Yo, Jay is throwing some down tonight.
Nah, I think we need like a just a big like I don't want to get on Leaf's point, but if we got like a Zach Edey or just somebody who can just man the paint, like a big body,
And it's
I,
not a
like
dude that wear pearls, man.
I'll
My
tell you
grandmother
this.
wear pearls.
I feel bad
right.
for Robert Williams, man, with his injuries because a few years ago he was on the Celtics. He was statistically the best center in the league as far as shot blocking and defending goes. And just to see him go through these injuries, man, it's unfortunate. Because he would be a perfect big man for this team and what we're looking for. A guy that just guards the hoop. Like he
A
would
lot
be
of
a
people
good player.
was contemplating about Carl Anthony Towns being here, but
He
I
got
don't know
injuries,
how.
man. That's
Yeah, he
unfortunate.
got injuries problems too. I don't
Calf
know how
meniscus
Cat will be.
tear, and he doesn't play defense. So I want him on this team with Claxton, but if he's got injuries, it's just the same thing we've been going through already last few years, the injury situation. Need a healthy big.
See, the thing about DeAndre Ayton too is that even before when the Suns traded him to Portland, there were reports about like character concerns that
Hmm.
was,
Right,
like a poison in the locker room. And you know how Sean
right.
Mark the Nets, they want yes men. They don't want guys who are control, guys who speak up, you know.
That's funny because they're playing for the Yes Network, so they need yes men. That
Yo, and they were playing yes for the superstars.
they
Yo.
They
need yes
need.
men.
I'm not even surprised anymore, man. It's a whole yes nation over in the Brooklyn Nets front office. Like it's crazy. Like you
Want to
want
come over
yes
here
men,
and be a
but you
yes
don't want
man and
nobody
get
to.
fired and still get paid.
They need a new GM because the thing about Joe Desai and Sean Marks, their basketball like knowledge, it's not where it should be. You think after being on this team for 4 or 5 years now that they would understand what you got to do. Now it just seems like they're in charge of a G League team and they still don't know what to do. Like it's not good. It's not good for their publicity right
I
now. They got to
truly think
address
that
that.
if Joe Tsai's wife was like in charge of this team, Sean Marks would have been gone.
Ooh,
I truly think he would have been gone already. Like if Joe Tsai just get some balls, man up, and be like, "Hey, sweetheart, please take control of this team. I don't have no idea what the heck I'm doing." We've seen the Liberty go to the finals. I feel
right.
like with this team, she would clean house, get Marks out of here immediately. Adios, bye bye. I'm putting somebody in charge that knows Brooklyn, that knows this team, and could bring in some bigs and help out Cam Thomas, man, and Mikael Bridges. Have them work as a duo. Whoever you want to bring here, I think we need a four more than a guard, really.
I'll
I'm
tell
not
you
saying
this.
that we,
I think Laurie
yeah.
Markin is more tradable than people are letting on. Because what is Danny Ainge? What is his whole MO? I want draft picks. Look who he has. He has young guys like Keontae George and these two other youngsters on the team, but he also has that young center too. But it almost seems like Laurie Markin, he's not a star, but he's like a great fourth or fifth option on a contending team. I think realistically, the Nets could get Laurie. This is like a possible trade idea. Just hear me out. Ben Simmons, Dariq Whitehead, three first round draft picks for Laurie Marketing and Colin Sexton. Like, think about a lineup of Sexton, Marketing, Claxton, Bridges, and Thomas. That's not a all star lineup. That's a pretty damn fun lineup as far as next season goes. And the Nets would be
I
off of Ben
like
Simmons'
that.
contract. Like we would have to pay three draft picks, but hey, you get two bigs now on the team. Like it might be good.
I like that trade. I've been begging for Markkinen
That'd be
to
awesome.
be on
I
this
don't know
team.
how that would happen, but that'd be great.
If
Hey,
Markkinen, the beautiful
Everything's an
thing about
internal
Markkinen is he can play the
chat, bro.
five, he can play the four, and he can play
right,
the three because
I
exactly.
don't blame him
he
though,
has
because
ball handle. He's they
Hmm.
play him at the three in Utah, so
Right.
he's 7 foot playing the small forward because he can put the ball on the floor. He's 240, and the man is built. Like
Hmm.
I don't know what he was doing overseas, but he definitely was working out, and he's really built. So he can help out with Claxton in the front court, and
Hmm.
you don't just got to put Marketing at the five. You can put him at the four. You can put him at the three. Like he's interchangeable between positions, so he can work. And then you got a guy like Claxton, and athletic. You know, Claxton prideful on defense. Like you see the stance that he be taking when he going up against these guards.
Right.
So you got a defensive guy in the one. You got a 30 points per game scorer at the two. You got a Mikel at the three, Markkinen at the four, or if you want to put him at the five, whatever, and then Claxton. That works. I feel like that's a winning team. It may not be top five, top three Eastern Conference team, but I feel like you get far with that team. I think we better than we are now with that team, for
I think
sure, for
so
sure.
too. I think it's possible. I just think Danny Ainge, he's just a guy that wants picks, and the Nets have picks. Like, if you can't work out a deal and get off Simmons' contract and get a good player like that, you shouldn't be the GM of this team at this point. Like, if you're not thinking like that, if it's just superstar,
Right.
superstar, look where that got us twice, nowhere. Like, you got to build for 2025. Honestly, like I would try to add in the corners for 2024 and look at free agency 2025, not just make a boneheaded decision because you're desperate. Desperation doesn't get the team anywhere like it's gotten them nowhere the last 4 or 5 years.
What I wouldn't give to have a Cooper Flag or an Ace Bailey on this team, if by God's grace, that was even possible. Like a Cooper Flag with Cam Thomas and Mikel on this team. Dude is like, and I think he's growing. I think he's like 6'9". He might still be growing. I'm not sure, but dude is tall as hell. But he just got a guard game to him. Like, I just think that we need to have some sort of backup plan, in case Donovan or Trey Young or whoever we're trying to get doesn't work. And if they don't work, then that means you got to go. I feel like you got to either rebuild or go the young route, because those are two guys that you miss out on. I don't know if Donovan signs a max. I think it depends on what Cleveland does in the playoffs. Like if they make it far, maybe Eastern Conference Finals or Finals, I guess. Maybe he'll change his mind. Like, yo, we can really compete over here. But I think if they a first round exit again, I feel like he might, reconsider his options. Like, I don't know if Cleveland is the right place for me. Maybe I got to consider my options. But Trey Young, I don't know. I've heard Trey Young rumors of him going to San Antonio. Like All Star Weekend, he was just. They asked him about Wimby like the whole All Star Weekend. So I mean, San Antonio got the assets to trade for Trey Young if they wanted to too. But
Right.
Let me
well, I
tell
mean, it all depends on what these guys choose in the off season. I think.
let me tell y'all something, okay? And
Yeah.
don't put me on this, okay?
Hmm.
But
We
the reason
listening.
why I'm so certain that if Donovan Mitchell comes to New York, is going to be the Nets, is because a friend of mine, she told me last summer because for some reason there were mad NBA players over in New York last summer, and they were doing a fundraiser at a high school in the city. So it was like mad
Hmm.
people, Taylor Rooks, ESPN, Donovan Mitchell, and his father. So when they were
Hmm.
there and they were handing out like backpacks and sports gear, Donovan Mitchell's father was telling people that Donovan Mitchell is going to come to New York one way or another, either
Hmm.
this year or next year. He didn't say how, and I don't know much about that. That's why I'm certain
I,
that they're probably going to go get him. But don't quote me on that. I'm just sharing what I heard.
I'll tell
Nah,
you
it's
this.
I'm.
shout to
I,
Raleigh.
I'll tell you this: if I'm getting Donovan Mitchell, I'm getting greedy. I'm trying to get Jared Allen too. I'm trying to get a legit center for this team. I'll trade
Mm,
Claxton. Like if I had to give up Claxton for Jared Allen to have an actual center and a guy that the fans love, you're coming with Mitchell. I just don't want Mitchell by himself because
Ray
Mitchell's not
John,
going to get a
would
center
you
by
want
himself.
Clack? Even if they trade Claxton, would you want Allen or would you? Well, they're not gonna give up Mobley. I don't
No,
think they would do
I
that.
think Allen would be very doable because the Nets need a big, and Allen has grown. He may not be an elite center, but he's a much better center than he was in Brooklyn. Like offensively, his numbers have gotten better. Defensively, he's gotten much better. I just think him and Mitchell coming to Brooklyn with Mikel, and if somehow Thomas stays, I mean that's actually a fun little core there to build around for 2025. But this team
People
needs a
may
big.
think of it, because I've seen Donovan play point guard majority of the time in Cleveland, and he plays it pretty well. I'm not saying he's like a Chris Paul or something, but he plays it pretty well. I think, in if he does come here, I think a backcourt of Cam and Donovan is exciting as hell, man. I
Hmm.
feel like those two together scoring, giving other teams buckets while Claxton or Markkinen or Mikel, whoever, like man down the paint. All they gotta do is just play defense because they got these two guys in the backcourt. I feel like that works, man. Like that's extremely fire. I don't think nobody can uh really stop that in terms of if we really surround these dudes with a defensive front court, like get
Right.
true bigs, not 6'8", 6'9", 6'7", so like 7 footers and up. If they ain't 7 foot, 7'1", if they ain't what Chet Holmgren or whatever the case may be, say no. Get some tall height dudes, maybe 6'11", 7 foot, 7'1", or whatever the case may be, but get some height on this team. And if you do get Donovan, uh, try to see. And people are like, yo, I don't want Cam Thomas as a sixth man. They want him to start. Cool. Try to Donovan Mitchell at one and Cam Thomas at two experiment and see how that works. But We need a big front court. We just need a big front court. Mikel is a defensive player anyway, so I'm not worried about him lacking on defense. I think if he accepts that third role, he'll lock in on defense. Like, all right, Cam and Donovan is here, bet now I can lock up the best offensive player on the team, or now I can play the perimeter better, whatever the case may be. And he won't be so tired. He won't be so tired and stressed out, and he'll
No,
be able
that's
to do what
valid.
he
I'm
do
with you,
best.
Ellen. I agree with you. Yeah, that was a great take. I'm listening to you.
Right. I think he just won't be tired having Donovan and Cam Thomas in the backcourt doing their thing. Like I'm imagining Cam Thomas lobbing it up to Donovan in the ball clay. Like that shit would look crazy as hell. Like in terms of fun, excitement, I feel like if Donovan here, we can still keep Cam Thomas and we get a front court or Jared Allen come along with that and we trade Clax or whatever. And I know people will
Hmm.
be hyped because Jared Allen was a Brooklyn,
Bro,
favorite. Like they would be like, "Yo, we back," and
culture.
you add
Hmm.
more hype with that in the
Yep.
front court. That's a bro. That's definitely a playoff team, hands down. If we
I
not a
just want.
playoff team, I don't know what the heck is.
I just wouldn't want to get Mitchell by himself because it's not going to get us where we are now. It might get us a sixth or fifth seed, but if you get Allen too, definitely a top three or four seed because you have the height, the athleticism, the scoring, and then we could just add, on the bench a little bit more for sure.
I'll be too greedy to ask for because it feels like they don't use him a lot. But if we can have another because as much as I love Lonnie, I don't think that the injury problem may prove to be a problem coming. But and I'll be too greedy. But I would like an Amani Bates. Like yo, y'all not using him. You want to give him to
Mm,
us so we can have a scorer
okay, okay, not a
on
bad
the
idea.
what I'm saying, have a scorer on the bench. So when Cam Thomas and Donovan come out, we got a guy who's 6'9" that can create his own shot. Do he do best too, along with another backup defensive unit to help Amani Bates along the way. I'll get greedy. Cool, Donovan want to come here, but we want some guys too. And if you Sean Marks, you got to be able to operate and make these deals happen. And I think people will want Donovan in Brooklyn. Like I will say them Nets and Knicks games will be highly very interesting
Yeah.
um next season if that happens. So I mean I'm with it. As long as we can keep Cam Thomas and you still available you able to get Donovan Mitchell, I'm all for it. Like
As long as we're not
let's
talking
get
about a
some
Luke,
wins on this team.
as long as we're not talking about a Luke or Giannis, I think you could keep Thomas on this team relatively with other superstar options. But if it's Giannis or Luca, then you obviously got to make the easy decision on that. Like we have to give you one of players of those magnitudes. But I think if it's
But
Donovan
Luca
Mitchell,
on this team, oh my gosh.
now, you know what I will say about Luca? The one problem with him is his defense because he plays so many minutes and
Right.
his leg injury is starting to catch up with him. And him and Kyrie, offensively, they're great, but defensively, they're not anywhere close to a top seed for a reason because both those guys don't play that defense you need to win. Even though they have some defensive upgrades, it's just they're a what a eighth seed right now. Suns versus Mavs.
Yeah.
If they're in the play, and think about the karma for Katie and Kyrie leaving, they got to knock each other out to just make the playoffs. That would be interesting to watch for sure.
One thing I do find interesting too is the fact that because I think Wally was talking about it earlier. I didn't really see much value in the picks that we had from Phoenix, because I was like, well, even though they're Phoenix uh picks or whatever, I mean, I don't think Phoenix is going to be a bottom Western Conference team in the future if they keep that core together. But now looking at it, I feel like if we have those Phoenix picks and that trio, Bradley, Booker, and KD is split up. I mean, who knows? I mean, maybe we could end up getting a top 10 pick in the draft or whatever the case may be. I think that can turn into some really good assets.
Right.
But in terms of Miami and Philly, I don't think they're losing anytime soon. So I don't think those picks is really going to work for us in the long haul. But I think Phoenix might have a potential of everybody want those picks. So if we can use that and get some capital and get some guys on here, some real bigs, then I'm all for it. Whatever we got to do, but I don't think this happens with Sean Marks in office. I think he has to get out of there
I think
like
it's just
immediately.
I think it's just crazy how all the people who are working in this organization, they're all leaving. Like half the people are jumping out of the Charlotte Hornets. I'm just like, wow, this guy didn't even want to work for you, and he's working for a whole new team that's on the dead bottom of the totem pole. And they want to work for you. Like that says a lot. Like it says you don't believe in
Exactly.
this guy and his decision making. Here's the thing: Sean Marks has to own up for the mistakes he did make. Trade for Ben Simmons. You could trade James Harden for anybody. We could trade him for DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan leads the league in minutes right now, and he's now potentially like due up to some awards now because of just how well he's played. We could have had him on a
John,
team with Katie and Kyrie, and we could have done something good too. But you trade him for Ben Simmons, like wow.
That's true.
That's what I'm saying.
And
I
That's
here's
what
a
I'm saying.
and here's a crazy thing. We could have actually drafted Tyrese Maxey 4 years ago. We had the 19th pick in the draft. You know who we did with that? We traded for Landry Shamet. And that 19th draft
Right,
pick became Sadiq
Laundry
Bey.
bag shaman.
And Maxey was
right,
21. Like, we could have
exactly,
got Maxey for nothing. And we didn't do it.
exactly.
Like,
The
like,
mistakes that this organization makes
yeah.
never it doesn't even amaze me anymore. Like it's just it is what it is. Like these dudes, and I think Brooklyn, for me, I feel like the organization is in this, and we talk about it with this society and this culture. Like I feel like we in this era with Brooklyn where they want like cookie cutter results. Like nobody like and I know it's Brooklyn, but I feel like nobody embraces patience anymore.
Right.
Like nobody embraces the grind. Like everybody wants stuff handed to them. We want to win now. We want to win early. And I get it, it's Brooklyn, but greatness takes time. It takes
Right.
time to develop, man. Greatness doesn't come in a day. Like even not to compare, but when you look at the your favorite artist or whatever the case may be, they didn't become famous or whatever in a day. It took them years to get to where they're at, to hone their craft, to hone whatever they was good at. In terms of comparing that to a team, yeah, we probably far away from championship contention, true. But I think rushing the process sometimes gets you in trouble instead of doing it organically, rather it's through the draft or, embracing your young guys and being like, yo, y'all with us. Y'all with us for the long haul. We're gonna develop y'all. We see something in y'all, whether that's Cam Thomas, whether that's Day Day, whether it's Jalen Wilson or Derek Whitehead or Noah Clowney, who's balling in the G League, by the way. Like you gotta look at these guys and be like, yo, we want to keep y'all here. We think y'all are pieces towards something. We're not sure yet, but don't rush the process with these dudes, man. Let them develop. Let them, work on their games. And I think the most furthest person that we've seen whose game elevated so far in this short period is Cam Thomas. You see these guys, and you see a guy like Cam Thomas who wants to get better and is watching other guys. I mean, KD said it himself. Like when he was there, Cam Thomas is on the plane watching film, watching these other guys around the league. Like, dude is a sponge. You need somebody like that on your team who wants to get better and who wants to elevate his game. His favorite player is Kobe, and we all know Kobe wasn't no mediocre player. Like that's probably one of the greatest players to touch the basketball. So I mean, you got somebody like that on your team. I'm not saying he give him the keys, but what I am saying is unleash him. Don't hold him back. Don't sit him every time he makes a mistake. Don't make his minutes go up and down every time. Next season, unleash him. Cam, you got the green light. And based on if Donovan is here or whatever the case may be, or the trades they make, he dang sure better get that green light because we gonna need more than Donovan to lead us to the promised land. We gonna need all hands on deck.
Hold on. I just want to before we go, I just want to say again, shout out to the panel. We're gonna be right back at it tomorrow. But to add to the conversation that Ellen was having, Cam Thomas was actually number 10 on the best catch and shoot player in the league. So that being said, he could play with anybody. So if there's a big that could, draw a double team, he could be a catch and shoot player in a situation where they try to double a big. I think that's what we need. So I'm just saying that to say that when he first got to the league, he more so that was an area that he needed to work on. And to LM's earlier, what he said about he's willing to work on his game, and this is part of the game that I did see him work on. He's the best catch and shoot player on our team. He's 10th in the league, but the best catch and shoot player on our team. I say we build around him. I'm with y'all. Oh man, I was about to close out Leaf here though, but respectfully, I'm about to throw the link in the chat for Leaf. But then I'm gonna call it a night soon. But I want to leave a few minutes. He did the play-by-play earlier. Y'all subscribe, sub up to. You know what I'm saying? Somebody sub. Let him get that good old somebody sub. Know what I mean? Sub it up one time for my guy. Know what I mean? But yeah. Again, that's nothing to sneeze at. And the 9 guys that was in front of him, some of the best in the league. To be a catch and shoot player to top 10. So you got to be good in the NBA. Yo, what up, Lee?
What's good? What's good? What's going on with y'all? What's going on?
You all right, man? You just had a self mental check, man. As a Nets fan, man, we gotta.
And my mental check wasn't a word. I took a nap, woke up thinking it was like 12 o'clock. I was like, all right, hell. And this nigga still on. I'm like, damn, I must have missed like 2 hours. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, no, I was about to close out. I say you pull up. I just figure let you
But
jump
the game really got out of control in the fourth quarter, as usual. The first half I didn't think we played bad at all, realistically. Other than Cam Thomas getting into foul trouble.
2 fouls real quick. Yeah,
he got 2 fouls real quick. I thought the game was kind of a bit one-sided because we had to play Cam Thomas had to play through a lot of bumps. And Indiana was able to be physical and go in the paint and score in the paint at will, and a whole bunch of stuff was going on. But other than that, man, I mean, typical Nets loss. Knelt down in the fourth quarter. It wasn't no energy left from nobody. I mean, I guess yeah. Typical Nets loss for me, man. Y'all already know how I want to rebuild this team, man. If it's up to me, the whole front office,
Zach
man,
Edey.
the whole front office, man. That whole front office right now, that they be hanging from a roof from a rope, man. If it's up to me, so, like I ain't gonna lie to you, but I mean, we just
Get
gonna
all
have to
these
sit.
niggas off the team, man.
We just gonna have to sit patient and wait for they quote unquote brilliant idea. Wally already told us about it, man. I think it's a bullshit plan, but it is what it is, man. I mean, we ain't really got none. Only reason why we still here is because it's Brooklyn. If it was anywhere else, I would have been out a long time ago. Like, for real.
They need to
So
take Sean Marks to the precinct downtown and lock him up for what he did
they
to
need
this
to take that nigga to
organization.
Guantanamo Bay. Get him up out of here.
Oh man,
Send him to Rikers or something, bro.
Nah,
they shut that down.
Get him out of the states.
He need to go. I'm sorry, Wally. He need to go somewhere for what he did to
He
this
need to
team,
go.
yo.
He
This
need
shit
to
is
go.
ridiculous.
And put him in the same prison that what's Brittany Griner was in, man. Like go trade.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Put him over there.
Hold on. Disclaimer.
Before we say something out of turn.
Hold on. Disclaimer. Hold on. I got you.
Put him under the jail.
Hello, where's that?
Not under the jail.
Under the jail.
Wait, is that possible yet?
I'm getting them Pablo Escobar numbers, man, for real.
Hold on, I got say.
Gotti numbers. Get him up out of here.
Hold on for entertainment.
Listen, he need to go somewhere.
Hold on
Sean Marks needs a job review.
He don't need another job again.
Hold on. For entertainment only. Disclaimer: everybody speaks for themselves. Hold on. Okay, there you go.
Entertainment
only. You know what I'm saying?
Give him the Jerry Sandusky treatment, man. I want him gone. Get him
I
out.
think all Nets fans need to organize like a march or something and stand in front of the Barclays or some shit. Like, yo, get Sean Marks out or some shit
For
like
real,
that, bro. We
man.
need to
Now
organize
that would be
something,
a
bro.
fun documentary.
That would be a hell of a documentary. That
The
should go right to CNN. I'm tuning
We
in
Barclay
don't
on.
leave the
Monument
Barclays
Independence.
until they make the. We don't leave the front of the Barclays and we make an announcement. I'll go to Chick-fil-A, get us some food, hold us down real quick. You know what I'm saying? Go to the Shake
I'm
Shack over
kind
there,
of
get us
mad,
some
man, because
food.
I
Well,
ain't
well,
even get the free food code for the night. That's why Indiana left the starters up there. I know they had a code because I know they had a free food code because Halliburton was in until like the 2 minute mark. Halliburton came back in, bro. Like they put up a buck 20. I was just like, yo, what a free food code. I couldn't find it. I got it offline immediately. But yeah, yeah, I need him Guantanamo Bay. Put him under
oh
the
man.
jail, bro. Like I need him Pablo Escobar numbers for him.
There's a lot of fans that's consistent with wanting somebody new in the front office, man. I listen, I for one know that the loyalty come from him being the first GM. Now I don't know if this shakes the scene for him though. You know what I'm saying? They still gotta discuss this, him and his wife, you know what I mean? This the first GM they ever hired in basketball. So
Right.
I know y'all be saying that, but I think that's where their loyalty is, man.
I
They
put it. I put it to you
But
this way: if that's the case, then the future success of this franchise rest in the hands of not even the side, not even Joe Side and his wife. It rests in the hands of the Koch family, if anything, man, because they gonna have like it's their kids that was getting the Koch family to buy stock over here, buy some type of percentage, man.
right.
So
Hmm.
if they can't come in and assert some type of winning attitude, some type of winning motion, then this is going to be a very very long tenure, man, for the Brooklyn Nets, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like,
Man, I'm sure Jay-Z got some bigs on Rock Nation Sports that not signed yet. Get Jay in the
man,
office,
Hove,
sign him, and put
man,
some
Hove
people
is
on
sitting
this
in the
team,
midst.
yo.
Hove ain't thinking about the Nets, man. He's sitting in the middle of the equator, like chilling, bro, like on a beach chair, bro. Like Hove ain't worried about over here, bro. Like he dipped out a long time ago. He was
I
out when
just think we need somebody that's gonna appeal to the real
he
Brooklyn,
he
like
he
like
was
the
out when
gritty
Prokhorov.
Brooklyn.
He was out when Prokhorov was out. When Prokhorov got up out of here, man. So like him, Prokhorov, Billy King, they was around when we decided to go all in on Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce, and now
Yeah,
for
Billy
that
King need
reason,
to be under the jail too, though. He
yeah,
not
yeah.
exempt.
The
But
problem
if
with
you
this
but
team is these friendships aren't leading to anything. Like this feels like blind loyalty. It doesn't feel like you're thinking about the teams or the fan base. You're thinking about who's paying your bills, and that doesn't win you anything.
That's a
Exactly,
fact.
Exactly.
but the
Yeah.
reality is what I talked about last time around, and Wally was in here and she agreed with me. I listen. We was talking about they need to fill up the seats because this is a big market. The same reason why the Clippers went all in on kept on Kawhi Leonard and PG, and they still going all in on them even after all of these years when they basically drew a blank and got injured and did all of this load management and everything, and now they're starting to play because of the 65 game incentive, and now Steve Ballmer done took money out of his own pocket and built that own arena. Now they definitely here to stay. Kawhi got that extension immediately. Now James Harden and PG, they gonna have to get some extensions as well, and they probably gonna be there, man, until they decide to hang it up because he ain't got nothing. Ain't no draft picks on the way. What else they selling? I
Yo,
mean,
Right.
ain't another SGA they getting because they done sold him. So
oh man, I just think a lot of this recent success of these teams come from the draft, not the free agency. But I don't know, man. I like some of the moves that's being made, but I don't know, man. The Brooklyn Nets, a lot of stuff I don't like. You know what I mean? But I see other things that and other teams, and
I want to.
I resort back to the Nets, and I realize like, yo, you really do need a front office, a strong front office too. Like it
Right.
is a part of it. So like when we have the conversations about the front office, I think I like to hear the different Nets fans, speak on it because you know what I'm saying. There's different ways to look at it, and again, uh, to be specific, when I
I want to
see
add something to that.
yeah, to be specific, uh, the assistant GM handles all of the scouting of the college players. That's what they do. The GM actually deals with the free agency of the players that's already in the NBA. So again, you could confuse where the credit goes when you get in these players out of college. You know what I'm saying?
That is a fact. But I wanted to add something to that last sentiment that you were saying. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's just you need a front office that you believe in. You need a front office that is smart enough to know who to build around.
Right.
Listen, Jerry Krause didn't draft Michael Jordan. Rod Thorne did. Jerry Krause, bro, built the rest of the team around Michael Jordan.
Credit to both of them.
Bob
Credit to both.
Myers. Yeah, Bob Myers didn't draft Steph Curry, bro. Like Don Nelson did,
Mm-hmm.
and then whatchamacallit, and then Bob Myers had to figure out how to build a team around it. So he knew right away the second that he came in, yo, all right, we need to build around him. Steph, by the time that happened, Steph Curry was a 1 year All-Star when
Now,
Bob
but
Myers came in.
right
So,
now, but slow it down, right? He didn't undermine the coach. Now I know they got into it after that, but just the basketball acumen that the
mhm.
coach Mark Jackson had was trusted by the GM. The GM trusted Mark Jackson. You know what I'm saying? And I think
The GM,
that's a
if the GM trusted Mark Jackson, but he didn't trust him as much as he trusted Steve Kerr. That's
no,
what
no, no.
Rob. That was the difference because the thing is, Bob.
No, no, no,
His no,
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 no.
no, no. Hold on, hold on,
I'm
hold on. Yeah,
explaining
no, but
more.
hold on. I don't want you to miss my talking point. My talking point is that Jackson sought out Curry in the draft. He's the one that was like, yo, we should, you know what I'm saying, get this guy.
It was Don Nelson, bro. Remember, they got drafted in 2009. Mark Jackson didn't get the job until 2011, 2012. And they had that one losing season, and then Curry, and he was the one that put the ball in Curry's hands.
Oh, he said
And then,
he'll believe. He said he believed in them at first.
yeah.
Yeah, no, he didn't.
Yeah.
Right? I thought he
Mark
believed him.
Jackson,
Oh, no. I seen an interview. He said that
right?
he seen him in college and he believed in him. And he said
Yeah.
was Davidson. Yeah, no, yeah, you're right. But
But
yeah,
the
and
difference
I'm saying
between
he
Mark Jackson and Steve Kerr is Mark Jackson wanted a Steph Curry on the ball. Steve Kerr wanted a Steph Curry off the ball. That was the difference, bro. So now, and you add that sentiment, and you basically put Steph Curry basically in a Reggie Miller form, and now you got to find somebody to give him passes. That's where Draymond Green came in, and then
yeah,
Klay Thompson filled in the rest of the blanks, and then so on and so forth. But
yeah.
the point I'm
You
trying to
gotta
make is
credit
this.
Kerr for that. I mean, not Curry for that. That's him having a lot of basketball IQ, being able to be coachable
Yeah,
by
and
two
being able to
different
be coached.
coaches.
Yeah, I understand that. But listen,
Right.
the sentiment I'm trying to make is this: the reason why I don't want to come off of Cam Thomas because it was said up in here maybe a couple of weeks ago. LM had basically pushed the button and said we probably looking at a Donovan Mitchell in the making and Cam Thomas in one day in terms of somebody that could give you a legitimate 28-7
Yeah,
by the time he's at least 24, 25 years old. And now you looking at Donovan Mitchell who's giving you that at age 26, 27 in Cleveland or when he was in Utah at some point. But the reality of it is that we need some more additions. The reason why I kept bringing up Zach Edey is because now you got a paint presence in terms of somebody to anchor your defense. The thing about Minnesota, listen, Minnesota, best believe, is building a team over there around Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards is the first overall pick. Somebody in that front office, man, like it's like, yo, we got a chance, man, to build something. Somebody in that front office believed in Rudy Gobert. A lot of people didn't last year, man, when all the shit had came out and everything. And
but
now they done turned
I
it.
think that was them listening to Ant Man too, saying that he needs some defensive anchor. You know what I mean?
Right.
I
If
don't know.
you
I don't
Ant
know if
Man,
Ant
he's
Man. I
surrounded
don't know
with
if Ant
mad
Man brought that
wings.
up or not.
Hold on. I want to say that two things to your point, Leif, just about GMs. Because they had took some criticism a few years back from Wiggins. Remember, he had left. He had went to Golden State. I don't know if y'all seen this quote. I don't know how popular it was. He was basically like, I could do uh, more basketball stuff besides just scoring the ball or whatever. Because when I was with the Wolves, they kind of like, limited to like what I can do. Like I could only do this. But when I
Mhm.
came to Golden State, I could kind of rebound better. I could defend. You know what I'm saying? He was just talking about his role change and how he liked it, opposed to how the Wolves handle it. So that's what
Right.
I'm trying to figure out. I don't know their history as far as GMs is concerned. Did something happen with before Anthony Edwards and after Anthony Edwards? Is because it can't be. It can't. I
I
don't.
would
Is it
say
GM from Kevin Garnett and Marbury?
I would say this, but when Wiggins was there wasn't really an assertiveness that he didn't have the assertiveness that Anthony Edwards had, and you see the difference because when Jimmy Butler got there, Jimmy Butler was the first person to change that franchise. He was the first person to get them in the playoffs that one year, but he just didn't like the attitudes
But was
of
the
us.
GMs changing around that time, or is it just the
No.
personnel?
I think the GM. If I had to say, the GM was the same because they were still making the playoffs. They just wasn't winning the series. Remember, they had Pat Bev, and he was the one that put the battery in those young players' backs because before Pat Bev and Jimmy Butler had came over there. Those dudes was considered SOF capital T, soft. So the thing was, what they
No,
was the one.
the big personality was Cat, and
The big personality
yeah,
was supposed to be Cat, and it still isn't. It still isn't to this day. The thing is, Cat. Don't get me wrong. Cat had a phenomenal year this year, and he a big part of what they do because they put it.
yeah, no, but that's why they was calling him soft because of Cat. They were not because
Yeah,
of
yeah,
Ant.
yeah. But Ant once Ant started to come into his own, then they started to realize, hey yo, this might be the dude that we need to be building around because if you watch Ant Man today, a year from now, he looked like the best two guard in basketball. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. So in
Right.
the so in hindsight, you gotta be able to look at this shit in hindsight. With any player that you have that's willing to push the envelope on on being out there and making the team grow. And I'm not saying and Cam Thomas can do that, but he can't do it on his own. Obviously,
But hold on, Leaf. I want to add to that, right? Because with Anthony Edwards and Cam Thomas is obviously not Anthony Edwards, but in terms of that point, like when they realized pretty damn quick that yo, we need to build this team around Anthony Edwards. Like if with Brooklyn, if they realize like yo, let's build this team around Cam Thomas, Minnesota ain't trade Cat and was like, all right, let's build house and build around Anthony Edwards. They
right?
kept Cat, but they added more to Cat and Anthony Edwards. So what I'm saying is
Right.
maybe they don't need to trade Mikal. But if Cam Thomas is the focal point, maybe Sean Marks need to add to Cam and Mikal, like getting a Gobert or a Jalen McDaniels or somebody that can help out around the perimeter so those guys can do what they do and have McHale regulate to the like a Carl Anthony Towns role where yo if Cam don't got it, then
You
I
know
gotta
what,
go off.
and that's agreeable. But the only way that this front office that we know is going to start building around Cam Thomas pretty much got to be averaging 30 and 7 for the rest of the season, and we all know that that's far fetched. I mean, but it ain't far fetched, but it's far fetched from where they sit because they already got their
Right.
mind made up that we need to bring quote unquote Donovan Mitchell over here. Listen, if Cam Thomas averaged 30 and 7 for the rest of the season, I don't know if that's enough to really change their minds. If the wins come along with it, it may be. But I listen. At the same point, it's gonna be up to the Sa family to be like, yo, listen. I know we was talking about Mikal, but listen, this kid right here, he looked like he ready to take off. He only 21 years old, and we ain't even paying, and we
It's
only
funny.
paying him two cents on the dollar. You know what I'm saying? So like
Yeah.
realistically, so like I mean, so like Mikel is going to be looking to get paid, and he's going to be 29 by the time he gets his next check. By the time he gets his next contract, and the way niggas is getting contracts and eating plus contracts in this NBA, with the way that the new money and the new CBA is concerned, and the new TV deals, man, like you're gonna be having. If you thought Cam Johnson was getting paid, wait till you see what Mikel get and these are if you get these type of Mikel results, you're not gonna be happy. So the reality, man, is that it's gonna be. Listen, do I believe Cam Thomas can move the needle, like to making this team like look legitimate enough? Absolutely. Can he do it by himself? Absolutely not. So the thing is, you got to keep adding pieces while you still looking for that free agent to add on. When you look for a free agent like a Donovan Mitchell or somebody in free agency, you're looking to add somebody to the puzzle to get you up to the next level, to get you or move you along with the young guys and get you up to the next level. I never heard only in today's NBA can you move a player that's 27? Can you move a player that's 21 years old that's about to be something with upside out of the way for somebody that's 27 and that has to get it done right now? We've done that how many times? We've done that when Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce. We did that with KD and whatchamacallit. Now we about to do the same thing with Donovan Mitchell, and we're gonna move Cam Thomas out.
Hopefully not. You know
We
what I'm
repeating the
saying?
same shit.
Yeah, I know. Hopefully that don't happen. You know what I mean?
All right, Sean.
All right,
Yeah,
Wally.
yeah.
But
Nah,
wait,
shout out.
one thing.
Yeah,
I want to say
yeah,
one thing.
yeah.
The Nets need to get me a star and trade Cam Thomas. All right, now I'm kidding. All right, I'm gonna go to bed now.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Yeah, you about to have you have
Good
to
night,
have people
Wally.
jump through your screen.
Yo,
Like, stop
I'm
playing
Yeah, they
around.
about to jump you in the comments.
Nah, they ain't going. Oh man.
all right.
Yo,
Good night.
Wally.
good
All
night,
right.
Good
Chet.
night.
Good night,
Good
Wally.
night, Wally.
But
Yeah, no, hold on. I'm about to call it a night too, man. I wanted Leaf to jump on. I definitely wanted to hear take you do the play-by-plays. Y'all should sub up to his page. But yeah, man, we shot 3 hours in, man. So yeah, I'm gonna call it a night because I'm gonna be back tomorrow. We gotta do this another game, 7 o'clock. Play
right.
the Spurs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's another
saying?
game. We
So
oh yeah, that's we go to Texas. They rerouted the game. It was supposed to be here, but now we gotta fly to Texas.
see what I mean? They
Yeah,
just
we gotta.
he's treating us any type of way at this point. Know what
I
I
mean,
mean?
hey, man, they don't give a shit, man. We only got 20 something wins. They like, you know what? Hey, just move them niggas around. The hell with it.
Nah, I see what I'm saying. We gotta establish. So if we not wearing construction Tims out there, if we had on Butters, they wouldn't be able to do us like this, man. So again, man,
If we had on Butters, them shits is leaning to the side, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like
this is
because we ain't putting no work in, my nigga. Like what are we doing, bro? Like
yo,
what's the reality of the work? What's the reality of the system? What's the
listen,
reality of how we're trying to play, how we're trying to defend, how we trying to
listen,
create offense? There's nothing. I seen. I'm gonna
listen.
tell you one thing. In the first quarter, I seen
All right,
Mikal try to work out of the post as a post playmaker. It looked like something that they was trying to work on, and then they kind of went away from it, and then they went to the ball handlers. They went to Lonnie. They went obviously CT, and then obviously went to Wofford, who was attacking the basket in the first half with reckless abandon and getting to the free throw line, and then I didn't see Jalen Wilson in the rotation. I didn't like it was a whole bunch of things, man. Like I don't know.
yeah, trust me, man.
Cam Johnson
We know, we
played
know,
well in the first
we
half too, man. I
know.
mean, but
Listen, but again, to what you said, starting the stream, and again, I'm off this until later. That Cam Thomas having those two early fouls, they tried to hit us with a, you know what I mean?
they
Hit us with,
tried to put him
they
in a
tried,
box.
yeah,
They
yeah.
definitely tried
But
to
we
put him
we
in a
we
box.
made it through that, and he came back in that first quarter.
Yes, he
But
did.
again, we still need, regardless of how hot a cold McCall is, we always go to him. I just want to see his shooting splits get better. And to Leaf's point, I think could be better if you put some more post moves in his game. But listen, we're gonna be back tomorrow night. You know what I'm saying it's probably the same time. And again, man, I know it's late. I appreciate y'all pulling up. Sub up, man. I hope y'all subbing up to the pages, man. For real, for real. You know what I'm saying it's tough.
Definitely. Hey, I'm gonna make my exit, man. I'm gonna be out.
Word later, Leave. It's tough being in that fan. Shout out to LM, one of the original block members. Again, man, I appreciate y'all. Nets fans is the best fans. We going through all of this, man. We gotta be some. We gotta be the sturdiest fans, the strongest fans, the most persevering fans. Some. So I appreciate y'all. Nets fans is the best fans. Peace.
BROOKLYN BROOKLYN
kid was the man, boy. Put the team on his back like a Jansport. Ben 10 with the dribble drive handoff. Pick and roll, full contact, this is a man's sport. County of Kings, really the Kingsborough. You know Crown Heights, so you know that sound right. Brooklyn Bridges, DFS defending. The Brooklyn Block Party claps and double digits. Got the Barclays clicking, the whole block is with it. Left a lot on the table, now we coming to get it. The shit one gone, we too Brooklyn strong. Can't stop, won't stop from the Brooklyn block. B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N, 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 B-R-O-O-K, we well. Okay, we well. Okay, we well. Okay, we well. B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N.
That hit. Cam Thomas.
Just give me the ball, I'm fitting to score next. My J is all net, me and Jay just all next. Getting back on defense, hit him with strong flex. I'm official like a ref, trying not to get attacked. And we go hard on Brooklyn, that's a promise. Watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Make sure watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Switch, they can't guard me, especially side the Barclays. Spin between crosses, I can score with both hands. Midi flawless, and I get to paint like an artist. I'm a boss smith, so you should respect my handle. I see the big picture with the Nets like a mantle. In the future, I see us as Shamsu, and when we do, I'ma do a Brooklyn dance move. The sturdy or Millie rock like a fan do.